Lights are flashing, doors are slamming. Never know what's real.
Soon, every vampire, every werewolf came smiling. Background, what did I? Came smiling. Background, what did I? Background, what did I? Background, what did I? Clever but incomplete start.
Lights are flashing, doors are slamming. Never know what's real here.
Soon, every vampire, every werewolf came smiling. Background, what did I? Came smiling. Background, what did I? Background, what did I? Background, what did I?
Run to me, alright. Run to me, alright. Oh, wow. Run to me, either way. Oh, wow.
Through the stratosphere.
Oh, wow. Run to me, either way. Oh, wow.
Through the stratosphere.
Slashing, slamming,
Every werewolf came smiling. Background, what did I? Came smiling. Background, what did I? Background, what did I? Background, what did I?
The Scarecrow walks at midnight, and he will kill you. You will die.
And hello, everyone, and welcome to another delicious morning nonsense. Hello, everyone. Hello, best chat. Glad to see you all here today again. You've made it to Thursday. It's one more day, chat. One more day, and off to the weekend. And it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be a fantastic weekend. It's going to be awesome. And today, we have a very interesting lineup of nonsense. Not all of it is nonsense. Some of it's actually some very interesting good news. Very interesting good news because more people are more based than we thought. And as we've been looking at for the last few streams, more people are waking up to this, well, nonsense. And more people, it seems, are just kind of refusing to go along with it. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. I'm not going to show Terry Crews today, but look at Terry Crews. Terry Crews is one of the probably one of the most powerful voices against this whole craziness going on. He's being reasonable. And J.K. Rowling is also being reasonable now, more or less. Relatively speaking, Terry Crews is actually being reasonable. J.K. Rowling is being reasonable for J.K. Rowling. But yeah, it's very strange how all these people who were once icons, who once placed up as icons of far leftist weirdo culture, are now turning against far leftist weirdo culture. And in this instance, J.K. Rowling turning against far leftist weirdo culture, and they trying to cancel her is very strange. It's kind of like the, I don't know, the Bible trying to cancel Jesus at one point, because that's how they looked at J.K. Rowling. They treated Harry Potter as their personal Bible. It was ridiculous. But hello, everyone in the chat. Hello. more good news, more good news, more interesting things going on. And I have now one of the things we're going to go over has given me an appreciation for Fortnite. It can't be a new appreciation because I never had an appreciation for Fortnite in the first place. But seeing what happened recently, it was fantastic. It was fantastic. See, John Limley, I think it was 250. Literature is a social construct. Oh no. Thank you much for that. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Hello, everyone. Hello, RMSDX. Hello, hello. Ted Irving. Howdy, says Ted Irving. Well, hello and howdy to you, Ted Irving. Hello, Criminal Imagination. Hello, everyone. Hello, Mayhem Ivory. Greetings, best chat. Good day to you, good sirs. Well, hello to you, Mayhem Ivory. Hello, Burf. Hello, Markin 3D. Hello, Alex Star H Lobo. Hello, Asian Orange. Why do you do this, Pogo? Because he's Pogo. He does that. You know, Pogo's a demon. You know that, right? He is actually from Devil Ancestry, but he's a demon. You know. Actually, you know what? Maybe it's the other way around. I don't know. I haven't read his qualifications just yet. I do know he is a devil at the very least. At the very least, I know he's in that realm. He has devil blood in him. So we you know, we meet for cards every Thursday or something. Well, which means today. GBOF Sid, howdy everyone. Well, hello, GBOF Sid. Hello, 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 and Dolomaticus. Hello, Dolomaticus. Hello, Space Oyster. Hello, Agent Yokai Zero. I know that you're you're waiting with everyone else. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, Gray Fox. Hello, Satan. Hello, Gray Fox. Hello, 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 Hex Harper. Hello, everyone. Welcome, Eon O'Loughlin. Hello. Hello, everyone. Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, Primal Prize. I tried switching tabs, but ended up closing the tab. Stream is on. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, hello, Primal Prize. Anyway, hello, Mad Mardigan. You sure Jesus was canceled in the Bible? That whole thing with the cross. Oh yeah, but I mean, if Jesus was canceled by all of his own supporters, not just one of them, it's like it'd be like that same scenario. And see, Lunar Protege. I think you were there for that. Interesting. JJ Jax, hello, JJ Jax. Well, hail, Literature Devil. Hello, JJ Jax. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, Barry Bend. Hello, Nova Roma. Hello, Outlet Fredo's Bookshelf. Hello, everyone. Welcome, 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 everyone. Harry S. Hey, everybody. Well, hello to you, Harry S. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, Blue. Good morning, everyone. Well, good morning to you, Blue. Hello, everyone. Now, of course, we have some guests in the back room, who decided to grace us with their presence. Oh, hello. I saw you, God a Plague. Hello, Neon Orcs. Well, hello to you, God a Plague. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And we're going to go ahead and introduce, let's see who we have with us today. It's going to be fantastic, I'm pretty sure.
This is where the fun begins.
Hello, Shiny. This is where the fun begins.
The Picard intro will always be better. Let's be honest here.
It's better to have loved than lost. Never to have loved at all.
And then followed by a bunch of numbers that I don't think anyone can remember.
Data's insane code.
Well, yeah, Picard's insane code that Data knows.
Yeah.
Repeats.
And see who else is with us.
The hero has to be a monster, but a controlled monster. Batman is like that.
I still can't get over Peterson Batman.
That was an interesting twist.
Peterson Batman. Welcome, Agent Yokai Zero. Welcome,
How's
welcome.
everyone doing?
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. Hello, Zofrats. This is where the fun begins. This is absolutely where the fun begins. Dr. Crow, hi, LD. Well, hello, Dr. Crow. Hello, everyone. Dead Slash. Hello, says Dead Slash. Well, hello to you, Dead Slash. Hello, the numbers. Number says yeah, yeah. Is that a gangster yeah, or is that a anime yeah?
I think it's a Danganronpa.
Oh, okay. Is it Neko speak yeah? Is it the old Mugsy? Yeah, she. Yeah. Okay. John Lemley, think we should send them. Additional 250. Shiny is a social construct. I didn't know that, Shiny. I didn't know you were a social construct. We have a real life.
Why didn't you tell us?
Social construct with us in the room.
Yes, the one and only. Well, I mean, I am a construct of society because I'm a clone. So take that as you will.
Word you in bulk too. So, and we have one more guest.
I just imagine like you have a bunch of shinies just in a room. It's like, okay, this shiny just died of torture. I need you to wear this helmet and watch all these other streams so that you're up to date.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good. You can
All
just
right.
dole out.
All
It's
right,
okay,
Shiny.
Just dole out
Let's see. Let's see. Do you think that it's glib, or do you think that it's emotional scars?
I think glib because Smud doesn't usually come on this early.
I also think it's glib, but Shepard's a survivor.
You may, and you also may have some
Well, we're about to see.
serious emotional scars. We do have one more guest to introduce, so let's see.
You could have some serious emotional scars.
Every soldier has scars. Shepard's a survivor.
Wish I would have fucking called it. This is bullshit. I wish I would have called it, man. Oh, I'm
No,
pissed.
Smud,
I'm so
Smud.
pissed. I let you talk
Smud.
me out of it.
Smud.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you
Good morning,
doing?
Smud boy. Oh, no, I'm doing fantastic. I hope all of you are also doing fantastic.
What a fantastic morning it is. I just got the news from the powers that be that we are having a bisexual black woman who's smaller in size and weight than Ruby Rose was to take over the white face. That is black woman. It's amazing.
Well, I mean, come on. You're really surprised by that? I mean, Batwoman was
I posted the most recent article on that in the private chat for us to go over at your leisure.
Batwoman was a redhead. She wasn't a super, not the actual like her real life persona, but Batwoman herself. She was a redhead, so obviously, it was an obvious choice as who they're going to replace her with.
There's just like 3 basic questions I have for any new superhero who replaces the mantle of whatever. One, how did they find the Batcave? They just like slip in? Because before, Ruby Rose was like, hey, why is my aunt's metronome holder of her pearls over here? Why don't I put it into this intricate key lock and turn it? And I'll go down. Why is there a Batcave at the bottom of Wayne Enterprises building? One, fantastic. 2, do they have their own supply of white makeup in the Batcave? Or is it like a Ruby Rose thing? Like, I gotta go buy a big lifetime supply of white makeup for my face now.
And she just carries around a gallon of Joker makeup wherever she goes.
Joker makeup, yeah, that's what she looks like when you think about it. It's like, yeah, okay, this could work. And 3, is the wig fake? Is that like a wig? Is there like a big replacement of wigs? Because if you have a black woman wearing the same wig, they're going to be like, wait a second, you're not the original Batwoman. It's like a lineup. People are going to be searching for Batcaves all over Gotham now.
In universe.
In the Batwoman show, it is a wig because she doesn't have the same hair.
It is a wig.
Right. So there's going to be a lineup of people.
I have several questions. Why would you add a wig to your outfit when it's just something you can easily grab? And the
obvious question is, why did we do this?
Okay, well, I'm just going to grab your hair and just fucking slice your throat, and you can't do anything to stop me.
And it's going to be really strange because for the people of Gotham, like in universe, they're going to say, hey, Batwoman, wait. Weren't you black? Weren't you white last year? What happened?
Yeah, I used to be gay.
Well, actually, I think I think that she's playing a different character that's going to be the new Batwoman. But okay.
She's playing Ryan Wilder, she's 5'3", who is known to strangle people to death with their bare hands. Okay, imagine a 5'3" woman trying to strangle a 6'2", 250-pound man. Okay, just imagine that.
What do you think this is an anime? It doesn't work that way.
It's like what the hell's going to happen to the Bat series or the opinion of Batman or Batwoman in Gotham is like this guy strangles you. Don't mess around with this chick. It's like what are you talking about?
That's perfect. This is really funny too because in the first season, isn't she just trying to struggle with her identity? Everyone thought she was Batman for some reason, and now everyone's going to think this.
She stole all of Batman's equipment. Why would anyone think that she's Batman? How dare Batman take credit for a woman's job? When she's wearing all his armor, everything.
Using Batman's tools. You dress up as a bat, then they think that the person that she is a person that's been around for years and years and years, dressed up as a bat and using the same tools. So obviously, it's the problem of sexism, not because she looks exactly like Batman from a distance.
You see, if this is a great quote from Lancelot 652. If she was trans, I would believe it even more because it's a man who's strangling you to death. Like, yeah, that makes more sense. Okay,
that makes sense. Yeah. Let's see, Mark in 3D. Thanks for the 400 hubs of internet gas. Are Shining Yokai LD's official sidekicks? Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, we're Spock and McCoy.
Spock and McCoy. You need more booze, I think. See, John Limley, thank you for the 5. Is Kanye a social construct, or are we constructs of Kanye's society? Obviously, we're all constructs of Kanye's imagination. He's that big of a genius that he thought of us and he made us real. That's how powerful Kanye West is. It's actually a comic book by Alan Moore, where a superhero survives to the end of the universe, and his thought sparked the next one. That was Kanye West. Okay, the superhero might have been white in the Alan Moore version, but we all know it was just because they're afraid of the truth. Kanye West created the universe, so obviously we're all constructs of Kanye West's society. See, criminal imagination. Thank you, Richard, too. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Batcave. Fantastic. Let's see here.
Did Ruby Rose get like a really bad injury from Batwoman as well? Like, it's like life-changing injury. Like she might not ever recover from it.
I don't know. I haven't watched the show. I, like so many other people in the country and in
the actual actress.
I don't know.
The actress herself.
Ruby Rose.
Yeah, Ruby Rose has gained an injury.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I think she almost got paralyzed. Injury. Apparently, she almost got paralyzed.
Well, the reason she left, I think, was because she was so exhausted from working so much, and obviously with all these injuries, there was
that work.
Right. Well, there was a death on set as well. I mean, it's kind of I don't know what the hell they're doing on this.
What's going on over there?
Yeah.
She almost got paralyzed. There was a death on set. I thought she quit because normal people hated the show because the ratings are in the toilet. And then the people like us, we hated the show because how they did it. It's just an SJW, girl power show. There's nothing wrong with girl power shows, but it's the fact that they're like demonizing men to do it. It's that reason why people like us don't really care for it that much, for the most part. And then
it's like, hey, this show's constantly taking the shit on you every 5 seconds. Why don't you like it?
Yeah, why can't you be better, men? And then so that's why people like me, I don't like that. But then on the other side, the SJW weirdo NPC types were saying she's not gay enough to be bad.
By the way, I just want to tell you something that I found really funny because I thought I misread it. Looks like the new girl's name is Ryan.
Yes, Ryan Welder.
Ryan Johnson. Oh, okay. Lancer 652, thank you for the 5. I'm disappointed they didn't go all the way and get all the woke points by making her a black trans lesbian. Oh yeah, is she going to be?
They wanted to.
But here's the thing, though, and I have an article about this too. They don't allow actresses to play trans people unless they're actually trans. I have an article.
I don't mind that. I don't mind being a method actor. That's what you are. I think that's totally fine. It's just still kind of silly that we need the best person for the job. Well, obviously we need a trans person. It's like, wait a second.
How likely is it that you're going to find someone within the subpopulation of trans people and within the subpopulation of incredibly talented people and someone that's in both of those subpopulations? It's not likely.
And who decided to become an actor who's ready to act in a high budget film. Very, very low percentage, I think. So yeah, that would have been a good idea, but
But can you imagine a guy saying, "Oh yeah, I'm trans. Yeah, let's totally do this."
All they have to do is identify, right? Let's have her identify as trans, until the show is done, and then she can go back.
I'm Batwoman.
Hello, Lucky Jinx. Welcome. Good to see you here, Lucky Jinx. And
Lucky Jinx, nice to see you.
Hex Harper, thank you for the 5. GF player, I roll a 10 to investigate the office. GM, you find the Batcave. Oh yeah, yeah.
How the hell is this person who lives in a van going to find the Batcave? She has a pet plant or something. It's like, what is this? Who is this super genius that can just waltz into the Batcave?
Who are you?
Who are you people? Yeah, it's just like that's a good comparison, Hex Harper, because I made the comparison of like Rey just being the GF's girlfriend, like the DM's girlfriend, and the Force Awakens. I roll a 10, and I roll a 10 to investigate for perception or whatever. What do I find? And the DM goes, you find a legendary weapon in a bar. You'll find Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber in the back room of a bar. Okay, that makes sense. It makes sense if she's the DM's girlfriend. That makes sense. Does it really make sense, if that were supposed to be like a real life scenario? You roll 10. What did I find? The Batcave, I guess.
Maybe, possibly, yeah.
Let's see here. John Lemley, here's the 250. You want to know how I got these? You want to know how I got this melanin? The new Batwoman's going to be beating up bad guys and just hammering against the wall and say, "You want to know how I got this melanin? My father was a fiend." Oh, that would be dark if she used the exact same thing the Joker says. I had a husband once. He left me. Oh, that'd be dark. That'd be dark. I don't think they would allow that.
Have you seen the fucking stuff they've been doing recently? They had fucking creepy, like really weird face.
Creepy? Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that for 4 years. Everything they do is creepy. It's really strange. Everything to do is creepy.
You've ruined Star Wars.
They've ruined Star Wars with their creepiness. And by the way, on that the whole thing where we always talk about how Ryan Johnson's movies about how capitalism is bad. Apparently, I found more on that. So we'll see. We'll see if we get to it. Let's see. Nexus 906 in verse 2. Director paralyzed. Ruby almost as well. So director got paralyzed. There was a death on set, and Ruby Rose almost said Ruby Rod, but Ruby Rose almost got paralyzed. What are they doing on that set? What's going on over there?
Jesus, what is she trying to actually strangle people?
Are they trying to actually do the whole thing where you have to, if you get punched in the face, if you lose teeth,
do they really think it's gonna work?
Like, the whole thing about if you have to actually pretty much be the person in order to act them out.
The Batcave, a euphemism.
So in this scene, the person is supposed to get shot. Okay, so we're gonna have a fake gun shoot me, right? No, you're actually really gonna get shot. That's how we do it.
No, we have a real gun.
You have a real gun. You're really gonna get shot. You're really going to fall on your back onto the hard sidewalk from 10 stories up. Is how we do it these days. We need some really dedicated actors in here. Let's see. Will Hung and Dung. Thank you much for the 2. Is the Batcave a euphemism? Maybe. I don't know. In Batwoman, I wouldn't be surprised, actually. I would be surprised.
Just don't let Wit and Folly watch it. I think we'll be fine.
Oh, no. Yeah, just don't do that. No, let her watch it. I can, in fact, make her watch it.
Oh, God.
I want to see the video on that. I think it'd be very interesting. I want to see how many wombs are in Batwoman. She's the womb detector, John Lemley, thank you for the 5. Appreciate that. I'm driving. I need to pay attention to the road, so I'll check this out after the first edition channel later. Oh, awesome. Yeah, stay safe. Stay safe. If you're driving, yeah, pay attention to the road. That's what I would advise. But thank you for that, John Lemley. Appreciate it. And thanks to John Lemley also. We also know now that Shiny is a social construct, so that's good. That's good to know.
You figured me out.
You've been
I don't know why you didn't just tell us. We're inclusive here.
Yeah, always inclusive. That's why I start my stream with bisexual lighting. It's a signal. It's a signal.
This is a safe space.
Safe space. We're all inclusive, and everyone's accepted here on the stream. I see Berserker. Getting paralyzed over a CW show has to deserve its own circle of hell. Yeah, it is. It's been around for a while. Okay, so I think everyone has heard of Yahtzee, the video game reviewer. He actually came out with something that, even though he's like leftist, or he's not leftist, but he's like on the left side of the political spectrum. I've seen this in some of his videos. But he works with Escapist, who employs movie bombs. So there's that. But he actually came out with something very based and very true in one of his videos. I think it was the Last of Us 2 video he had. And it said things that don't make a character deep or compelling. 1, getting hurt a lot. True. 2, being sad. True. 3, doing morally questionable things. And 4, being a member of a minority. By the way, I'm gay.
I'm gonna take the controversial route and say I disagree with all of those but the last one. As long as it's necessary for the story, of course.
Yeah.
That in itself does not make it compelling.
No.
Yeah, being a member of a minority doesn't make your character compelling. Wow, your character exists. Anything else you have to sell us?
I think what's more compelling is how the writer actually addresses minority issues and sort of makes Ellie the simp and makes Jesse the simp, and Dina just walks all over them. You're like, oh, this tells me a lot more about the narrative than about the character. So it's like, do they want to write these characters this way? Really? That this is what you want to do, your heroes?
It shouldn't be a factor unless it's a factor for the story. Like if you're going to make a story about racism, then yeah, grab a black guy. But you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you have this Jewish bisexual woman who's just trompsing over everyone. She's the talk of the town. She's getting knocked up. Doesn't tell the baby daddy that this is your son or your daughter. It's like, yeah. Plus, I'm going to get, what is it? Morning after pains after a month of pregnancy. That doesn't even happen. That's not even a thing. Maybe Mel would have that. She's like
They're
5
just
months.
Trying to insist. They want to insist that she's in some kind of oppressive state.
It's like, do some basic biology, do some research on how women are when they're pregnant, and don't have 7-month-old people go into combat scenarios and they're just fine. Yeah, baby's gonna be totally fine. Bullets whizzing past her, killer zombies slamming the baby up against a wall. Like,
but that's the problem, Smud. That's precisely the issue. Is they aren't trying to accurately represent anything. They're contriving situations to make points.
But that's the story, though. Every scene in the story is this contrivance based on
to them. To them, contrivance is story. Yeah, exactly.
And the dialogue is just it's just so dumb. It's just like, hey, what did you do? I did this. Okay, how you doing? I'm like, it's just this small talk nonsense until something dramatic happens. Like, oh, I got shot. Like, okay,
I got shot.
Yeah, to them, good writing is...
And the plot armor is so thick. And I hate using that term because usually there's an explanation, but it's just like, you got saved by your friend getting shot, falling down a story through glass. And instead of those guys shooting you instantly, they start playing around with Dina so you can sneak up to the guy and stab him in the neck multiple times. It's just this series of contrivances for the cutscenes until, now this is the time when you're allowed to die. And they don't even allow that. And like Tommy he's a beast. Like, he gets shot in the face. Somehow he gets injured in the leg. We don't know how that happened. He survives any attack from him, from any other opponent or any other zombie. Joel has to die, of course, even though he's the best of them all. Just this constant survival, because we have to have that scene at the end with Tommy tells off Ellie, and then Dina has to come by and tell off Tommy. It just, please stop it. Just make some sense in these scenes for once.
They have a very poor relationship with cause and effect relationships when it comes to writing in just about anything. But that's their biggest issue, is if they want something, they're going to shove it in. They're just going to make it work.
See, John Doe says, Jewish bisexual woman who gets knocked up. I thought, wait, when did Batwoman get knocked up?
Yeah.
And see, Himode, thank you for 20. Appreciate that. Being a handsome woman doesn't make you a minority. Very good.
You see, with Ruby Rose, she's a handsome woman. She has a great looking face, etc. With Javicia Leslie, she's a gorgeous looking woman. Like, she's a good looking female, which the CW is known to hire these people, and that's great. They have lots of great actors, or good looking actors at least, on Batwoman.
Yeah, I wouldn't say good actors.
Good looking actors.
There's that gorgeous. I can't remember the name of the actress, but she's gorgeous. She plays the love interest of Ruby Rose at the time. So like they get really good looking people.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know her name. She's the ex Navy SEAL or whatever bullshit, right? So they get these people to play them. So if they want to have a butch whatever character, I don't think we have that anymore. That was Kate Kane.
Handsome Squidward, obviously.
Well,
handsome Squidward.
Sure, I guess if you want to go that far. Can you imagine like someone like Abby like taking the role of Batwoman? Be like, I'm Batwoman. Like, holy shit. These arms on this girl. Strangling with her biceps. That's what she's going to do.
Perhaps that's one mistake they won't make.
I would like that. I would prefer, if you're going to go one way, go all the way. Just go all for strong female characterization. Like, go for it. Don't half-ass it.
Aces, thank you for the 499. Hey, I wanted to give D, Patrol, and you, Academy a try. I keep hearing good things, but I just feel it's going to be too SOW. Is it full of woke BS or not?
Some typing.
Not Paw Patrol. Doom Patrol? What is D Patrol?
I think it's Doom Patrol.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I've heard mixed things as well about Doom Patrol. Some people think it's really good. Other people think it's really bad. I don't know. I haven't watched it.
It's in the second season, right? I think so. I know we get it in local broadcast TV because I did see it advertised, but it's getting popular, so people love it.
People loving it and it being a good thing doesn't. It's not necessarily the same thing.
Oh yeah, no, it's that even the score on Rotten Tomatoes is fairly decent for the fan audience score. So. But there's another one. It's called the Umbrella Academy or the Umbrella Group or whatever. It's in the second season as well. Very similar story. Superheroes doing crazy things. So it's not unheard of.
Mm.
I just saw a trailer for season 2 of Umbrella Academy. It looks really good. I mean, like the amount of effort they put into the trailer looks good. I don't know about the show, but storyline and the characters and the effects and the visuals all looking great. So whether they're any good, I don't know. We really got to help buy a computer for Literature Devil. It's like, dude, come on.
He died.
Oh, is that what happened?
Oh, I wasn't even paying attention to the fucking stream. I was like, why is it so
I'm not
quiet?
on my laptop right now. That's why.
Yeah, we gotta say here's $1,000. Just buy a computer with a SSD.
Well, you would have thought like the amount of money he makes on his fucking streams. It's like he does one every morning, gets maybe a couple of maybe £100 tops a stream. That's surely enough to buy himself a new PC. Plus whatever he's making from Dr. Alpha. I mean, in his pocket, not obviously he has to pay for artists.
We're not sure if it's his internet or if it's computer. He says it's his computer. So
it's all the time. It's sometimes it's the internet, sometimes it's the provider, sometimes
it is
it's the
uniquely
VPN,
bad.
sometimes it's Windows 10, sometimes it's the VPN again. It's all over the place with explanations. You never know what's going to cause his next crash.
I think it's just because he's not left wing. I think it's just because he's not left wing. I think that's why it crashes. I'm telling you. If he was left wing, you would notice a lot less crashes. I'm serious. I'm not messing around here.
Gotta get him fiber. We're gonna get him the most souped up computer. It still breaks.
Yeah, because he's not left wing.
He ended up buying a laptop, but the problem was it wasn't powerful enough for the streams.
What? It's a stream. All you need is a good uplink.
I don't know. That's just what he said to me.
Okay. Well,
I got a nice Asus ROG Zephyrus. G14.
Anyway, does anyone have any good conversation topics other than LitDev's questionable internet speed?
Yeah, it was a topic I wanted to cover. It was a comic book, I think, on Phasma, and it was about it's about how some sort of capitalist strip mining group caused the destruction of her homeworld. That's why she's so against private enterprise or something. So she wanted to join the empire. But the thing is, she's
that makes total sense. It's like, hey, the capitalism destroyed my homeworld. Well, now I'm gonna fucking just fuck off over here.
I don't think that
an
suits Phasma.
Yeah, because she has such a compelling character to know what her motivations were, right?
No, I don't mean it that way. It's just that the one thing we know about her is that she's in the Empire. I don't think the Empire is particularly anti-capitalist.
Well, you could argue that.
Yeah, you could say that they're not really corporate. I guess they're maybe they're anti-corporate. Maybe they're communists. You don't know.
I think it's more likely that they're communists if this occurred in real life. But jokes aside, I don't know.
The characterization of Phasma, essentially, what we even from the cutscenes is that she's an opportunist, so she'll do whatever it takes to make the buck or to be on top. And in this case, it was murdering a bunch of her countrymen, I guess, if you want to say troopers or countrymen in the First Order. that if there was some sort of rumor about her, she'd just kill them. It wouldn't matter to her. So as long as she's on top, she doesn't care. So that could be related.
That doesn't particularly sound like someone that's against capitalism. That's the thing. Unless you're talking about just her as an individual.
Right. She will hate whatever because it's against her, whether it's capitalist or this or that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So she just wants power. She wants to be in control. She'll use she'll call people names. It doesn't matter. So I don't mind that characterization, but we never really got that in the movies. And
no, we didn't.
And Abrams and God knows what Ryan was going to do.
I was actually extremely disappointed. Like when I saw Phasma die, I was like, I actually said to myself, "Are you kidding me? They could have done so much with her. You're joking."
They could have done anything. I wouldn't care. Like, what is it? What is she?
She was actually the character I was most curious about. You know, because you never see her phase, and she was very mysterious in her motives, like we're discussing right now.
Right.
And I loved her character design, which is why she sold so many toys.
I think I recall EFAP doing a poll on who's the most inconsistent, or like what's going to happen in episode 9. Who's going to be the most weirdest or the most reversed character? And I think I either said Finn or I think it was Phasma I voted for, because it was just like she has literal armor, she has plot armor, she keeps coming back to life. She should have been totally protected from blaster fire at the episode 7. So when they threatened her with "we're going to shoot you," it's like, yeah, shoot me. What are you going to do? Like, can't stop me. So all these weird, inconsistent levels of detail for Phasma of little we knew. Even that weird retractable spear staff thing, I was like, that's flimsy. What are you going to do with that? But apparently it's very strong. So maybe there's like some
strong stick.
I have returned.
Oh, hey,
there he is.
The depths of hell. Oh, there are plenty of gravestones in the chat. But I don't know if it was addressed or not yet, but I'll just do this. Yeah, I think D Patrol means Doom Patrol. I don't think it means Dick Patrol or something.
Oh, dear.
I think it's a whole nother show.
Welcome to the Dick Patrol. Welcome to our host, Anissa Kezian, along with Patrick Willems.
And Movie Bob.
Movie Bob.
Welcome to the not safe for work version of Paw Patrol.
The not safe. Not C safe.
What would that be called? I don't even want to think about it anymore. Wait, why is my phone making noise?
But here's the thing. Here's the thing about Doom Patrol. I think, from what I've heard, it's actually pretty good. It's not. I don't know if it's woke or not, but from what I've heard, it's actually pretty good. I've been meaning to check it out, but I've heard good things about it. Umbrella Academy. I heard a lot of. I know there's another one called the Umbrella Academy that's on Netflix. I haven't heard anything about it except for that it's woke. Well, it's on Netflix, so I guess it's kind of a given.
I saw the trailer for season 2 last week, or this week rather. It looks really great. Like, I don't know anything about the show, and I was like, oh wow, this is really high production value. They put a lot of effort into this.
Yeah, it looks good. It has like that League of Extraordinary Gentlemen vibe a little bit.
Yeah, and it looks like a movie. So obviously, whatever they're doing on whatever streaming service it's on, it's high budget, high paid actors. They're not letting their budget fall down the cracks. So, we'll just pay off the actors, let them do the job. It's like, no, they're putting everything into it. So I really appreciate, even if it's a silly story, that you're watching something worth your time, even if it's just a visual effects extravaganza. I mean, that's always nice. And you want to treat it as that, great. It's going to entertain some people. That's fine. So it could be popcorn. It could be worthless. It could be great. We don't know.
It's Himo, English with 5. Doom Patrol is weird AF, but damn if it isn't good. So yeah, I've heard good things about Doom Patrol. A lot of good things about Doom Patrol. So it's probably worth checking out, I think.
If you can get Brendan Fraser back into action, I think that's a good thing.
Brendan Fraser. Yeah. Where is he? What has he been doing this whole time?
I don't know. I wish I could tell. His career just disappeared. I don't know what happened to him.
And I know. I think he was like in one thing, and then he kind of just vanished off the face of the earth.
He was popular with The Mummy, and then he must have been working. I just don't know on what. So it wasn't mainstream stuff. And then now all I know him for is Doom Patrol, and that's it. Everything else I was totally unaware of.
Yeah, I mean, I like Brendan Fraser. I liked him. He's always very funny, very interesting wherever he was in. Let's see here. Wait, here we go. Here we go with this one. Hello, Hex Harper. And which of the 5? Noi from Doro Hidoro is a great example of a massive buff chick. Written well, fun, and there's also a legit explanation for her muscles. You know, that is, other than they're just kind of there, against all reason and odds.
Okay, but this chick is actually like 6'10". You know, she's a giant. She's well proportioned. I mean, we're talking about a huge girl, like huge.
And I think everyone tries the people trying to defend The Last of Us 2 always say, "Oh yeah, these guys." They say Abby is unrealistic, but check out the person she's modeled on. Women actually exist like this. Okay, incels. It's like. You know,
yeah, how many protein shakes did she need? And
she could exist like this in civilization because there's gyms and protein shakes.
That was a Jack Saint reference. It was so funny. Like, Jack, just stop. Like, what are you doing? Have you seen a woman before? Yes, Jack. Everyone has seen a woman. They do not look like bodybuilders. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Jack, women do not look like you.
Have you been to a gym before? It's like, Jack, have you been to a gym before? Women don't look.
Well, apparently the answer is yes. He can crush grapes. He can crush your head like a grape with his hands.
Yes, he's so powerful. Thanks, Jack. You have amazing grip strength. I'm sure you do lots of pull-ups every day.
That's great. That's great.
Well, while arguing about social constructs.
We're arguing about Shiny's very existence.
Let's see here. Himo, the 5. Noi and Nikado are both hot buff women.
Yeah.
I guess they're from anime, I suppose.
Even Korra from Avatar: Legend of Korra, she's like somewhat attractive while being buff. It's like I don't like her character one bit, but you know I could kind of admit that she's attractive.
Yeah, if you're going to do the whole buff, like strong, go all the way. Again, don't just say, oh, she has big muscles. It's like, no, give her like big everything. Make her a big girl. It's like, yeah, exactly. Go for it.
Yeah, what happened to biodiversity?
Yeah, that's the great thing about anime. You can draw whatever you like. It's great. It looks cool. It's acceptable. There's no argument. Unless you get those really weird people like, oh, their skin is not white enough or skin is too black. It's like, what do you like? It's anime.
Like there's a suspicious amount of women.
Who said that? Suddenly the show is racist.
What's with all these women?
I'm trying to remember who said that there's a suspicious amount of women. Was it something Republican or was it? It was one of the like really stupid extreme guys that said that.
Let's see here.
Just someone in chat's gonna remember.
Let's see. Next is Nano 6, number 5. U Academy is a little woke, but the story is good and it's interesting. Just roll your eyes when woke appears and you'll survive. Well, that's interesting. That's interesting. Let's see here. Lucky Jinx, I like the Mummy movies too. Yeah, I like the Mummy movies, except for maybe the last one they did with like Jet Li. That was a little weird. But the rest of them I enjoyed.
Blocked that from my memory. I don't think I've even seen that one. Yeah.
It's like Dragon Emperor or something like that.
Oh, no. That. They went Asian. Okay.
Yeah, and Jet Li was the new mummy. There was no more Imhotep. Jet Li was the new mummy.
Oh, Imhotep was the best. He was creepy and powerful. It's like, yeah. That's what you want.
He was the best. He was the best. Let's see here. Okay, so that was a little. Now here's something interesting that came out about Bleeding Fool the other day, and it actually is confirming that there are whisper networks in the industry and the comic book industry, and they're targeting male comic book pros.
Lovely.
Let's see here. Here we go. So, expose: the Whisper Network exists and seeks to destroy male comic book pros. Let's see here. Many of the women promoting the cancellation of men in comics and demanding they post the recent empty promise known as #ComicsPledge, which is that really weird thing where male comic book professionals went on record and saying, "I promise not to, rape and all that stuff." It's kind of strange that they have to come out and just say that.
I'm a male feminist. I've always championed women. No, you haven't. You haven't. You came out and you're fucking scared. You did something.
That is so accurate.
Yeah. No, whenever I see one of these mainstream guys that works in some sort of mainstream industry come out and say something like this, I'm like, what? Male feminist? No. You're scared because you did something. That's what that tells me. That's what that tells me. Okay, you're scared because you did something. That's why you're just going in on this so hard and being so vocal about it.
It's because when there's actual evidence, it's like, oh, well, maybe that's when they should be a little worried.
No, they want to throw in their, they want to place their bets now so that, when the evidence arises, because as far as I've seen, a lot of these instances they already know about this stuff. Like all this stuff they're not secrets. Like they've been leading on. Like Magnus Agio coming out and saying, "Oh yeah, I know about this abuser, but it's not my balloon to pop or whatever it is." They know this. They already know everything. Same thing in Hollywood, as far as I've seen. They already know. So when these guys come out and say like, "Oh yeah, I promise to make this pledge," it's not because they don't want. They're scared that these people are going to find out. They're scared that these people are going to reveal on Twitter what they've done. In many cases, so it's very so that every time they come out and do this sort of stuff, I'm always thinking exactly that. Like, you did something.
What have you done?
Like, what have you done? You did something. You have some skeletons in your closet that you don't want coming out. That's what I instantly go to. Let's see here. Dead Slash, thank you much for the 5. Appreciate that. We knew the Whisper Network. We called it, and we called the people in it. Yeah, and they said no, these don't exist, but they did. It completely did. Let's see here. So, are they known as Empty Promise, known as the Comics Pledge? So that's what the Comics Pledge is. It's a bunch of male comic book professionals, promising not to rape and groom and abuse and stuff.
So, congratulations! You don't do the thing that you shouldn't do.
Yeah, they don't do the things you're not supposed to be doing. I don't want bad things, but I want good things. It's kind of like that. It's like, really?
In order to get good things, I should be doing good things. Like, oh, okay, thanks.
Yeah, but according to them, it's if I want good things, I shouldn't be doing bad things.
Murder a person, and that is my pledge. I won't murder. I won't punch. I won't fucking beat the shit out of anyone. It's like, congratulations, you're a standard human being.
Yeah, that's like your boy Zach says. That's the difference between a normal person and an SJW and NPC. A normal person will, they won't do this stuff. They'll just, you're against all these horrible things. You hate Nazis, all that stuff. And SJW, NPC, weirdo will outwardly and openly say all these things and expect bat pats and parades. Like, I hate Nazis. Now throw me my parade. Okay.
I wish the Black Lives Matter or Antifa guys would do that. And we know all their names. All right, here they are.
Can't do that because they wear masks. They wear masks.
Yeah.
And they want to unmask the other people too. So they call you cowards if you wear a mask, but they wear masks because they don't want their life ruined. Interesting.
They don't want the police coming to their door saying, "Hey, look, we found you committing this crime. Yeah, we're gonna have to take you in."
Anyways, let's see.
Because surprisingly enough, crimes that can send you to jail.
Yeah, crimes can send you to jail. People die when they are killed. Is this something that happens?
That's completely subjective.
And water is wet. Actually, water isn't wet. This makes sense.
Oh, for fuck's sake! This always no. We're not going to this. I refuse.
Let's see here. Let's see. Anyway, so that's the pledge. The comic book pledge are in fact hypocrites. In this article, I'm going to represent evidence of lies, collusion, rumor spreading, and in my opinion, defamation and contract interference. All bad stuff. These are bad. Those last two. Those are bad things. It's real bad things. Those are actual crimes. I personally know that they've colluded for years to take down men, especially those with conservative politics and philosophies. This is an ongoing coordinated effort. How do I know this? Because I obtained access to the private Facebook group. I wonder how. Very interesting. Very interesting. It's a lot of I wonder if it's a coincidence that they've managed to find access into these private Facebook groups despite the fact that alongside the fact that a lot of these male comic book pros are turning away from the industry and towards Comicsgate. Comic book pros, by the way, who were confirmed to be in these Facebook groups. Is it a coincidence? I guess we'll see. Interesting developments here. The plot thickens. So anyway, okay. This is part one of the hashtag hypocropolyps. Hypocrop. I don't know what that leaks. What does that even say? Hypocrolyps. I don't know. Whatever it is, some weird communist speak or something. This is simply too much to
communist speak.
Some weird communist language. This is simply too much to put in one leak. So I will make the following 3 points for now. The so-called comic book whisper network, which has been dismissed as conspiracy since 2016, is real, and I have hundreds of screenshots to prove it. The whisper network has been targeting men and trying to destroy their careers and use their connections in the comic book media to do so. Whisper network members have acted unprofessionally and unethically at best. At worst, they have engaged in what I believe could be illegal behavior. My story. I first heard about the Whisper Network back in mid 2016.
I really want to see some evidence for this. Like, cause they said they're in a Facebook group, so they've got to have some kind of screenshots.
Oh yeah, there's a long article. I think they have here's some tweets, and then I guess later on we'll have some screenshots. I suppose. Hopefully. Let's see here.
Oh wow!
Make sure I didn't miss anybody.
I'm scrolling ahead a little bit.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's crazy.
Yeah, they're it gets pretty good.
Well, that's good. It should be. These we've been guessing about these whisper networks for a long time, but now we have actual evidence. It's a pretty big reveal.
Just I don't want to spoil it. Just have fun, Devil.
We will certainly have a lot of fun. I can guarantee that. Okay, so let's see. Himode, English with 5. Appreciate that. Kind of like China being bigots while crying about being discriminated against. We watched this comedy skit about if CNN sort of were around during the time of the Pearl Harbor bombings, and they brought on like a Japanese general, and the Japanese general's like, "What? Offended? No, I'm not offended. I'm just trying to tell you what our agenda was." And then over the course of the session, the Japanese general was like, "Oh, well, what was that thing that you said I was earlier? Offended? Yeah, I'm offended. That's it." They learn. And it's the at first they might have not have been
learning,
but they learn. Girls. They learn from CNN and stuff. Oh, all I have to do is say I'm offended, and I can gain easy free power in America. Interesting. Well, you know what? I'm offended now.
Out of curiosity, have they tried to pull that card with like what they've been doing in Hong Kong?
I don't know. They like to keep everything hush hush, and it kind of does nothing but lie. Let's see here.
Oh shit! I should mute my mic.
Oh, good stuff. Okay, so let's see here. Illegal behavior. So yeah, those last two things are very, very illegal. Defamation and contract interference. Those are actual crimes. So let's see the evidence. It should be good. I first heard about the Whisper Network back in mid-2016 from folks I knew at Image, DC, Marvel, and later Valiant. Depending on who I chatted with, sometimes the group was called, quote, the Women's Network. Other times, the Whisper Network. Occasionally, the Whisper Campaign. And eventually, there were more conspiratorial names used mockingly. A friend called them a gender swap 4chan, which basically became FemChan to some insiders. Regardless of the name, it was all the same group. Basically a hidden Legion of Doom within the comic book industry. I'll get you next time, Batman. But instead of Batman, it's like a male conservative comic book creator. The same 5 or 6 names kept popping up in conversation over and over again. As time ticked on, I noticed a trend on social media: half a decade of rumors, false allegations, cancellation attempts, and they almost always trace back to these same 5 or 6 people. So it's the here's the 5 or 6 psychos on Twitter that your boy Zach keeps talking about. Your boy Jack. The goal of the Whisper Network, according to industry folks, was simple: choose a target, smear them until they lose their reputation, their income, and ultimately blacklisted, opening up job opportunities for the same people who started these smear campaigns in the first place. This is a Russian troll campaign. I went on CG UK stream with Kali Mark and everybody, and we actually played a game where you play the part of a Russian troll from a Russian troll farm. It's exactly what they do. It's exactly what they do. They just do these things. They spin tales. They take small issues and make them large, and outright fabricate stories. So, I wouldn't be surprised if that's exactly what happens. And see here, the mayor of Christmas. Okay, so now the writers is a satirist who misfired. This character is based on a trend, like Dazzler, Hypno Hustler, Rocket Racer, X. I kind of want to read it. What's Hypno Hustler?
Gee, I wonder what his superpower might be.
Let's see here. Like Dazzler, Hypno Hustler, Rocket Racer, Night Thrasher, X Statics, US1, Razorback. Sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. You just think it's an SW attack because you've invented enemies.
I'm Laser Eye Man.
Laser Eye Man. I'm Fist Puncher Man. Invented enemies? Don't tell me. Tell the Whisper Network that keeps anyone who remotely leans right from working. There's countless instances of these creators being totally disrespectful to customers. Sorry, SJWs exist even though they're a social construct. You get them. I bet this guy's typing while eating a steak and drinking beer.
Like, calling them out, there's got to put some, like, that's got to make them worried, because, like, shining light on an invisible, it's like kind of like a conspiratorial network. It's like, hey, we're shining light on your conspiracy. It's like, oh fuck, they're onto us, guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty scary because this is so secret. They wanted this to be so secret that they changed names and said it didn't exist at all. It's just a conspiracy theory. You're just being crazy.
I don't know how I want to bet how it fucking got out there. There was someone who was like, "Oh, I'm gonna make this like it's gonna be so dramatic. I'm gonna make it ominous." And it's like, no,
okay.
no, don't do no. We don't want anyone to know. It's like, oh, well, the Whisper Network's gonna get you. It's like, no, don't call it that. No, shut up. Don't say anything. Don't fuck it up for us.
No, they
It's like, I think there's a Whisper Network. So,
they themselves call it that at one point. They incriminate themselves about like a quarter of the way down. It gets pretty good.
This is like fucking.
We need to finish this. No, I'm halfway done with it. We need to finish this article.
We're finishing this article. I don't. It takes all straight. We're finishing this article because this is huge. They said these Whisper Networks didn't exist for the longest time.
I think there's actually enough here, at the very least, for Alex DeCampi to be charged. I think Alex DeCampi can actually be charged after what I just read.
Interesting, and it might surprise you, but HWs aren't really the smartest of people. So yeah, they criminate themselves, and
she's the one posting the evidence against herself, like she thinks she's right. It's insane.
They do that a lot. That's why Vic had such a great case. Unfortunately, he lost it because there's a big blunder on his legal team side. But if I ever heard the appeals are going well. But if had the evidence actually been allowed in the court, he would have probably won. So let's see how this goes. This is interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Very, very good. Very, very good.
It's better than you think.
Here we go. So okay. So for context, every time I saw this happening for a couple of years now. Every time somebody brought up the Whisper Networks, that they're talking about right here, you would get a response like this. You would get a response saying, "No, you're just crazy. You're just crazy. You're just inventing enemies where they don't exist. You're just a right wing conspiracy theorist or something like that. Something like that. You would always get answers like that, and then they would say, "I know this actually exists," and they say, "Ha ha, you're just being crazy. You're just being mad because you're being held accountable or something." But behind the scenes, these cancellations are painted as morally or politically motivated, but in the end, it's all financial. As time passed, the group in question seemed more and more like a reality. I saw their influence. I saw things I knew to be verifiably untrue go viral online. Yep, that's a Russian troll network. That's exactly what happened when you play that game. Appearing in what I thought were legit news sources, I felt angry and helpless, seeing innocent people getting attacked, but did not know what to do. So even these apparently these lies that they found out in these whisper networks, these absolute outright lies, appeared in legitimate news sources, or what they thought were, or we would see as legitimate news sources.
So not CNN then.
Yeah, not CNN, and probably not Bleeding Cool either, but probably also. Probably also there too. Let's see here. A few years passed, and by 2018, almost everyone I interacted with in the industry seemed to know about the network, from top level editors right down to the letterers. Why don't you fire these people then? I mean, you can't. They're going to call you out. So what? If you lock arms, and say these people are liars, then they're probably going to believe you because.
Well, you need evidence that they're there. Like you
Yeah.
can't. It's like saying that we need. It's like, the Illuminati. It's like, no, you need evidence that it's Illuminati. You can't just go screaming from the rooftops if there is one.
I mean, in the same industry, I'm pretty sure that some of them know they're there and have
evidence shows up.
I think it's kind of like it's smarter what they've done because they've waited.
It gets good when there's a post on January 8th, 2020. That's when it gets good, Shiny. What you're asking for, it's gonna be there.
I want to see some things burn.
Let's watch the fire. Let's watch the trash fire.
This is so hype.
It's an open secret. It was an open secret, but like everything that these guys are trying to swear that they don't do, it's an open secret in the industry. But no one was willing to speak up for fear of being targeted themselves. They were ruling by fear. How fascists and tyrants rule. They knew the consequences. So here's a Darth Poole. We did learn about the 2018 comic industry this week. What did we learn about the 2018 comic book industry this week? There is a whisper network, but it only exists to out and blacklist creators friendly to Comicsgate. Got a book on Alterna? You're gone. Got a book on Vertigo and commit sexual assault? Let's not jump to conclusions. Yeah, that's how it was too. It was you have a book on with Eternal Comics. You have you're friendly with. You said one good thing about Comicsgate, you're gone. You're a bigot. But you commit sexual assault, but you're also in the right. You also have the quote unquote the right opinions. Well, let's not jump to conclusions.
What kind of fucked up logic is that?
Like Alyssa Milano. So when it came out about all these things came about Joe Biden. Oh, let's not jump to conclusions. But same thing happened to someone else that happened to be right wing. Oh, let's cancel him. Brett Kavanaugh. I think that it was. Brett Kavanaugh had accusations. Let's cancel the guy. Let's get him out. Let's ruin his life. But same accusations came out about Joe Biden. Oh, it's different. Oh, it's not jumping conclusions.
It's because it's political orientation. It's like, if you lean in a certain political way, then they're just going to let you go. It's totally fine to them.
Pretty much. It seems to be the case here in this Whisper Network. The severity of a crime, quote-unquote crime, is judged by who is reporting it. Tess Fowler gets hit on by Brian Woods for some reason. I don't know how crazy Brian Woods would be in that instance. Massive industry scandal reported on by all comic media. Esquivel's victim comes forward about his abuse equals industry silence. Yeah, it perfectly highlights what we've been seeing for the last few years.
Yeah, Comicsgate reports on it, accused of sensationalism.
Exactly. So I'm going to go ahead and read that again because it's important. Severity of a crime is judged by who is reporting it. Tess Fowler gets hit on by some crazy guy. Massive industry scandal. So if Tess Fowler gets hit on, it's a massive industry scandal reported on by all comic book media. Esquivel's victim comes forward about his abuse equals industry silence. CG reports on it, and it is accused of sensationalism. So Marissa Lewis, I'm just begging that people pay attention to who is listening to who is listening to and supporting survivors, and who is building their brand. See, and after all, this is a secret network. Without proof, there is no point in going public because members would just deny its existence and use their media connections to smear anyone who challenged them. Then things got interesting.
Here we go. Here we go.
Things got interesting, chat. Let's see how interesting things got. And see, Dead Slash, which is 5, they had friends and contacts within the comic book press. That's why they felt untouchable. The names are in the article. Oh, fantastic. Smud Boy, you said it started off as a great morning. Well, it's continuing to be a great morning. Oh,
this is fucking juicy.
What a great, fantastic morning.
And you weak ass fat beard cucks who let these bitches come in here and make it unhospitable. Tell the fans that they're Nazis if they don't like their characters being destroyed.
That's the reason. The reason why this all happened because of
And you weak ass fat beard cucks who let these bitches come in here and make it unhospitable.
Those guys.
The thing is, this thing was bigger than I thought it was, but it is being controlled by the same 5 or 6 people. At least from what this reporter is saying.
It's the RMaster DX. Don't worry, LD. Smut is a survivor. Oh, I know. But with serious emotional scars. Okay, so here's...
Shepard's a survivor.
He's a survivor. But we have some serious emotional scars. Okay.
Come on, let's do it. Let's do this.
Then things got interesting. December 16th, 2018, Whisper Network member Gail Simone. Gail Simone is part of this Whisper Network, because of course she is.
Why would you be surprised at that?
Yeah.
Who joined the network 6 years ago, 4 years before the following tweet was posted, mocks doofuses, quote, doofuses, who speculate that a Whisper Network campaign exists.
Yes, it's part of our Whisper campaign, according to doofuses.
Deny. You know how criminals do. Deny.
Gail, you've replied to my tweets 4 times this year. Does that make us best buds?
Yes. Here's another tweet where Gail makes a list of fake things the Whisper campaign is discussing in an attempt to laugh away the notion.
Today's Whisper campaign topics. The good Ben Stiller movie. Covering up for bad smells at cons. Comics page glue. Fact or myth?
It's obviously a myth, like her sense of morals. At this point in late 2018, I was still skeptical of the Whisper Network's existence. Okay, as late as 2018, still skeptical. I heard many stories of individuals spreading rumors and lies, and plenty of malicious behavior was going on behind closed doors, though I wasn't ready to believe it was a coordinated effort or collusion was involved. Then certain people began openly mentioning the Whisper Network, and my attitude changed. So I guess we have Heather Antos.
They out themselves.
Let's see here. Oh, people talk. Where do they talk? In public? I haven't seen them talk in public. Where do they talk, Heather Antos? Where? Let's see here. So,
we're at March 26th, 2019. Go ahead.
Heather Antos, a member herself, because of course she is. I mean, look at the art there. They all have the same artwork. Did not outright mention the Whisper Network and her involvement, but she made what some took as a veiled threat. Those who got on her bad side.
Pro tip: industries are small. People talk. Don't be a dick.
Oh, very nice.
Thank you, Heather Antos. Thank you very much.
For prying open this box, this entire box of worms. Let's see here.
The worms come on the January 8th tweet. The worms come on the January 8th tweet. It's the next image coming up.
Oh, nice. Very nice. And by the way, Heather Antos is the milkshake girl. She's kind of the one who tried to... she's the quote-unquote editor. And she's an editor in name only. She's a horrible, horrible editor. She kind of became someone's work girlfriend instead. But she's the milkshake girl. She's the leader of the milkshake crew. That kind of actually sparked Comicsgate, or set in motion the events that would erupt into Comicsgate. A movement that's dominating people like Heather Antos. Who has 0 canceled TV shows? Comicsgate. Who has more than 0 canceled TV shows? The Weirdo Crew, the Milkshake Crew, the Weirdo Marvel creators. They have canceled TV shows under the belt, so more failure on them. More failure. So, Heather,
shame.
Ring the bell. Heather Milkshake Girl Antos. That's her name. Don't wear it out. Colorful backstory at Marvel, and later at Valiant, is notorious in the comic book industry. Because she's sparked Comicsgate. Congratulations. Thank you very much for that. A conversation about office rumors spreading and bullying is never complete without someone bringing up a juicy Antos anecdote. Everyone has one. Up until then, I still hadn't seen actual proof of a larger scheme. But then something changed in 2020. January 8th, 2020, Alex DeCampi, who I would discover is one of the most active Whispered Network members, openly admits there is a network. I have no idea if this was a slip-up or a brazen attempt to show off her power and influence, but this appeared. So Alex DeCampi...
It wasn't a slip-up because she keeps doing shit like this.
I think it's just they're kind of arrogant, and the arrogance makes them...
You know what? Scratch that, because the rest of the things that are really on her aren't public from what I noticed. But look at what she says here. He's been verboten on the Whisper Network for years. Time to stop whispering and start shouting.
What Whispered Network, Alex DeCampi? I thought there wasn't one. Interesting you would say that, Alex DeCampi.
Yeah. What a stupid thing to put in text on a public network.
I wonder why you would mention a Whispered Network, the same Whispered Network that you spent years trying to say didn't exist at all. What an interesting strategy.
Trust me, it gets better. Keep going.
Crit Imagination versus 5. I thought milkshakes were supposed to bring all the boys to the yard. Not with Heather Antos. It brings all the boys
it keeps them out. It keeps them out. It sends them to the gate.
It sends everyone over to the Comicsgate. Yeah. This is perfect. This is perfect stuff.
Oh, trust me, it gets better.
John Doe, I keep hearing Jeff Bridges from the Tron Legacy soundtrack. I didn't believe the Whispered Network existed, and then I got in. Yeah. It doesn't exist unless you're a member. Then it totally exists.
Semantic Dragon, it's not a slip-up. It's a call to action to try and affirm their views.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay, so let's see. And so Alex could show off her power and influence, but disappeared. So he's been verboten to the Whisper Network for years. Time to stop whispering and start shouting. What Whispered Network, Alex DeCampi? Interesting you would bring up the idea of a Whispered Network and confirm what we've been saying. Then on June 16th, just last month, 2020, another key member of the same group, Stephanie Cook, someone whom DeCampi often praises, converses with, and trades retweets with, makes mention of the same group again without naming it directly. Cook references driving shitty people out of the industry, which is what the Facebook group had been working on in private for years. This was the most direct admission of the group's mission statement I have ever seen in public. I expect it will be deleted shortly, but fortunately for us, Bleeding Fool has immortalized it in the little article here.
Look what it says. Look what it says here. Whisper networks are not enough. They only protect people in the know enough to talk to people with insider knowledge. We need to do better at driving shitty people out of the industry.
Yeah.
And we all know what they consider shitty people, anyone who disagrees with them.
Pretty much.
This is like, this shit's actually fucking crazy. It's a damn, like, it's actual conspiracy theory.
Trust me, it gets worse.
Instead of humbling herself, she was proud of her insufficiency.
Oh, they were proud of quite a few insufficiencies.
Like, there's people we disagree with. Let's get them out of the industry. No wonder the fucking comic book industry is going downhill, because they've been kicking anyone out who's got any fucking talent.
Are you guys ready for the good part?
Hey, let's get some people in who don't have any talent, but hey, they agree with us politically.
Yeah, it's like I don't like their style.
What the hell's with you? You can't even write, and you think you have a style.
Okay, so according to Agent Yokai Zero,
this is where the fun begins.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's dig in, everybody. Let's dig in.
Everything I had heard and read.
I'll let you guys go. And
Let's do it. Eventually, everything I had heard and read was confirmed beyond a shadow of a doubt. After I gained access to their private Facebook group, I was inside the Whisper Network, and this is the first of many screenshots that we have here.
Here we go. So Himode says disagreeing is the devil. Yes, absolutely.
Devil, go ahead and read his next paragraph for me.
So I expected it'll be deleted shortly. So Stephanie Cook says Stephanie Cook on hiatus-ish, of course, because it's quirky to say ish at the end of stuff. Whisper networks are not enough. They only protect people in the know, and the know enough to talk about people with insider knowledge. We need to do better at driving shitty people out of the industry. What Whisper network, Stephanie Cook? Did you forget that it's supposed to be a secret? Did you forget
she
that?
Seems to think that it's her duty to actually out what they're doing. Because she's saying we need to do better. They only talk to people with insider knowledge. We need to start talking to people outside that. And she's broadcasting illegal activity.
But the whole thing is like you're taking it into your own power with no due process to kick people out of the industry.
At the very least, it is very clearly malicious activity. I'm talking toxic.
It's like you don't even need any kind of evidence at all to get someone kicked out of the comic book industry with this little Whisper network. It's like, hey, look, someone said some mean things to me, they're out. Hey, look, someone said this, they're out. Oh, I think these might be of the wrong political orientation, they're out.
They committed sexual assault. Oh, wait, they have the right politics. Oh, just don't go overboard here. This is not a conclusion.
He's a male feminist, so he's not going to get kicked out.
Yeah, he's a male feminist.
I'm a male feminist. I've always championed women. No, you haven't. You haven't.
This shit came out and you're fucking scared. You did something.
Fucking scared.
You know why? I think it's not because of reading this so far, I don't think it's actually political. I think it's because they know these guys have committed sexual assault, and so that's something they have over them. The nice guys that all they do is make comic books. They have nothing over. They want them out because they can't control them. But they can't control people like Esquivel who have done horrible things. So if he steps out of line, they come right out and say, "Guess what? What this guy did," and they have evidence over these people. I think it's more of a control thing, and politics is just an excuse so far. Let's see here. Hex Harper, thanks for the 5. Finds the Whisper network and furiously types on keyboard, I'm in. Publicly. Yeah, Stephanie Cook, did you forget that the Whisper network isn't supposed to exist officially? Did you forget about that? That's why it's a Whisper network.
So Zofrat said, "Kick Shiny." He once called me a fuckwit.
We need to cancel Shiny, but we can't because he's a social construct.
Yeah, his next.
Sorry, man. Can't do it.
A social construct. Can you really kick a social construct?
No, we can't cancel a social construct.
Yeah, they don't exist or something.
Yeah.
It was made by humans, therefore there is no objectivity to it. Mm-hmm.
Who would possibly think something as stupid as that?
Did you just say that because it was made by people, there's no objectivity to it? No, that's exactly the opposite of what I said. No, that's exactly what you said. No one is arguing that at all. That would be stupid. Yeah, it is stupid.
It would be pretty stupid. Looks so Jack Saint. Who would possibly think such a thing, Jack Saint?
See, the number says 400 years ago, Gail Simone assaulted me. Yeah, I believe that. Listen,
give me some money and I'll believe it.
Listen and believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Okay. Next paragraph. Eventually, everything I had heard and read was confirmed beyond any shadow of a doubt after I, quote, gained access to their private Facebook group. Okay. You're right about this, Agent Yokai Zero. It's actually pretty true.
This is where the fun begins.
This
good.
Is where the fun begins. So, let's see. I was inside the Whisper Network. This is the place where the Whisper Network has been colluding for years. And although their activity is not confined to just this site, From what I can tell, this was where they first met and started coordinating their campaigns. Comic book women.
Now look at how many members.
443. God damn.
443 members in their little whispered network.
Not exactly
Comic
a very
book
tight-knit community.
women.
Comic book women. So this is the
women. It's women.
I really want to know how did he get in? Was it because like they were trying to expand the network and they just brought in the wrong person?
I think it's because they probably played ball, or that they were neutral and trying to brainwash people. And to
no, but this would have had to be like a woman. It couldn't have been a dude.
Oh yeah, I think it's a woman. I see here.
Or you could have catfished him.
Maybe.
Well, no, because you'd have to actually be someone within the industry.
It's written by a person named Penny Parker.
Okay. So it is. Like,
she has the clout to post this.
There would never been like an actual dude. They wouldn't let them into that group to find this Whisper network.
Okay, so let's see. Well, this is getting juicy now. So let's see here. Members of the secret group called Comic Book Women. At present time, there are 440 plus members of the secret Facebook group called Comic Book Women. From what I can tell, a few are regular users, though many of them have never posted. They're just lurking in the background, trying to taking orders. They have an army of 400 soldiers, 440 soldiers. See, Alex Hill, and too. They can't blackmail otakus. They have no secrets. Yeah, I can confirm that. I've met otakus. They tell you everything. Let's see, RMS DX. Is this group of women diverse? No, I think they all have the same political sense or something. Let's see here. Lucky Jinx. What a 1950s, 1960s name? Penny Parker. Yeah, it sounds like a superhero name or like a.
It's the actual name of thingy from like the anime Spider Girl from Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Maybe she's she's using a pen name so no one knows who outed them, which is good. So distrusting.
Smart.
That's smart, yeah. So they don't know who did it.
I wouldn't want whoever did this to lose their job over this.
Yeah, first of all, it protects them, and second of all, it sows paranoia within the group. Who outed us? Who revealed this?
Yeah.
They're gonna have to scrub like after this has been revealed.
You could make a movie about this
group.
They could.
It kind of almost sounds like a diary, like a documentary. It's like I
yeah.
was in. It's like it's a little bit dramatized, but not too much.
I can't wait for the Star Wars movie, the Star Wars, the War for Star Wars movie, and I can't wait for the comics get.
You know what's funny? They probably thought like all women agreed with them. It's like, oh well, obviously not all women believe in your shitty ideology that of kicking people out of the industry without any due process just because someone said something.
That's the narrative they push in comic books.
It's like fucking Chinese whispers the network. Chinese someone said something and then they pass it along and to the point where it's not even what the original thing was. And
they did this in France at one point. There's a reason why the time in France is called the Great Terror. You just I don't like my neighbor. He's too loud. I'm going to say he didn't like the government and he's going to get executed tomorrow. That's essentially what they did. Way back in Salem witch trials. I don't like my neighbor. I'm going to go ahead and tell everyone he's a witch and he's going to get killed.
Witch.
Same thing, same exact thing. They don't like their neighbor, so they're going to cancel him so they can take a spot, or for more convenience or something. And see, Himo, thing which is 5. Anyone notice the main ones complaining the most about sexual harassment aren't truly being sexually harassed?
Yeah.
They're mad that they aren't. Yeah, I think because they're very egotistical. A lot of them are very egotistical. I think they're more upset that they aren't, and if they are upset that they are, it's because I can get some power from this. I can cancel this guy and get my name in the papers again.
Yeah,
they're horrible.
It's an act of vengeance.
Yeah,
as opposed to an act of malevolence. I mean, you know what I mean. You know what I meant.
Let's see here. Okay. So members of the secret group called Comic Book Women. At present time, there are 440 plus soldiers of the secret Facebook group called Comic Book Women. From what I can tell, a few are regular users, though many have never posted before. Unless you're a member, this will not show up in your search. Interesting. Go ahead and click that. Okay. Some Facebook groups offer the same level of privacy as closed groups, but operate under a cloak of invisibility. No one can search for secret groups or even request to join them. The only way to get in one is to know someone who can invite you. Everything shared in a secret group is visible only to its members. This person should just start inviting in everybody.
Yeah, if I was this person, I would just invite several more people to this group, like under the guise. I'd fucking catfish the shit out of them.
And it's inviting Ethan Van Sciver, have Ethan Van Sciver make like a fake Facebook group.
Well, I don't know if all members are able to send invites.
That's true. Well,
Yeah.
maybe see that on the screenshot here, they can invite people, but maybe they would catch on to them if they started inviting people. Like maybe they have certain levels and ranks.
Possibly. There's probably a hierarchy, even though hierarchy is a fascist thing or something.
I would have said, hey, look, I know a girl within the industry. She'd be really good. And it's like, oh, yeah. And then invites, like, Literary Devil, Ethan Van Sciver. It's like, all the women from Comicsgate London.
Invite Yellow Flash in there.
I would love to be in there.
Raging Golden Eagle.
I know that Umbrella guy would like to be in there.
I know. What I would do for now is I would, like,
They're like, who the hell put Vic Mignogna in here?
I would try to do their best to make sure that I can get into as many groups as possible so we can weed them out.
Yeah, and then we get the information. It'd be great. I'll go in there as I make a fake account, and I don't know. I'll be like the biggest SJW in there.
Yeah, literature thought.
Now they've out of this group, they're probably going to completely wipe it now because they know someone in there is the problem.
You like a Jinx, Milo Yiannopoulos with some hearts. Yes, that's true. That's objectively true. I like Milo Yiannopoulos is still awesome. He's still awesome. He's still awesome. He has a weekly show now, so it's always been great. It's been great.
Well, you're like the gay conservative.
I don't even. He says he's conservative. I don't even know if he's conservative or not. I don't know. That's a kind of a discussion you can have. But I like the guy still. Anyway.
Obviously, we don't judge people based on their political orientation here.
Secret Facebook groups offer the same level of privacy. Okay, everything shared in the secret group is visible only to its members. Okay, so Gail Simone, Zoe Quinn, surprise, surprise, Alex DeCampi, Magdalene Francis, Heidi McDonald, Tamara Bonvillain. Hey, we heard her before. She has a ridiculous last name because it's literally Bonvillain. Margaret Scott. So we know these people are all in it together. So there's proof, evidence that here's the Whisper Network, and here they are as members.
You want to see evidence? Keep going.
And the secret group includes a list of members whose actions and connections speak for themselves. I see you there, Gail Simone. Hello, Gail Simone. Hello, you're in this secret Whisper Network. You said didn't exist. Hello, Gail Simone. How are you doing? I'm going to go tweet this at her after this if she hasn't blocked me. Secret group includes a list of members whose actions and connections speak for themselves. Members such as Zoe Quinn, Gail Simone, Alex DeCampi, Heather Antos, aka Heather Mary, Max Visaccio, aka Magdalene Francis.
His name sounds very familiar.
And Margot Red Scott. What kind of name is that? And several key members of the group are women who work in the comic book media and can be used to run damage control, including women like Heidi McDonald of Comics Beat. They have contacts outside of the Whisper Network as well, and some male allies in both comics and the media. Yeah, those guys who are total male feminists that did something. You did something. You have skeletons in your closet. Just the fact that all these folks were secretly linked in private networks came as a shock to me. Considering the reputation and the accusations that they've made, immediately I began to connect the dots. So comic book women, we have Heather Einhorn, Heather Mary, who is Heather Antos, and the Heathers. The Heathers are in here. How ironic is it that the little high school Whisper Network is run by the Heathers? They've denied for years that they coordinate their actions in private. Yet they always coincidentally appear on Twitter, retweeting and amplifying each other's accusations, signal boosting one another, and helping them gain traction. And their allies in me. They are a literal Russian troll farm, like without the Russian part. It's exactly how a troll farm works. This is how a Russian troll farm works. I think now we actually do need to play that game on another stream. where we actually play the game of a Russian troll farmer. And their allies in the media, Bleeding Cool and CBR specifically. So they have, I hope he has evidence that they have connections to Bleeding Cool and CBR. That's going to be fantastic. We'll turn those same tweets into stories almost instantly and with no fact-checking or verification, sometimes within the hour. I'm going to start explaining who the key actors are, and from my perspective, who they coordinate these attacks, how they coordinate these attacks. Key actors. Here are the key actors in all of this. Okay, so it gets more interesting. It's going to get more interesting. There are too many people to focus on at once, so I will have to break it into several posts. But I will start with one of the Clear Group's leaders, in my opinion, Alex DeCampi. Is well connected, despite never being part of the Big Two. Since, from what I've been told, management is well aware of her bullying, harassment, rumor spreading, and unethical behavior. And that goes back years, and depending on who you talk to, she's almost as notorious as Antos or Tess Fowler. She just wrapped up a graphic novel campaign on Kickstarter with David Bowie's son. The Hollywood film director Duncan Jones is grossed over $366,000. All the while, she makes baseless accusations while demanding transparency from everyone else. Comic book publishers need an independent, dedicated HR person who victims can confidently and safely approach when they're freelancers, harass colleagues, and fans. There need to be real consequences attached to those reports. Then that would involve admitting that problem exists.
Well, she didn't even say confidently. She said confidentially, meaning that she thinks that they should be able to make accusations without revealing their identities.
Yeah.
That would be quite a powerful weapon, wouldn't you say?
Like,
especially if they were all connected in some way.
How are you supposed to defend yourself when you don't even know who's making accusations at you? And then even if you let's be honest, if you really had done something horrible to sexually harass someone, you're probably going to know who it is because you know who you harassed.
This is why in America you have a
they want to go against the Sixth Amendment.
Oh yeah, we actually have
the right to confront.
Face your accuser. Yeah, this is what we have. That's why we have that right. Is where that right.
They
exists.
always bring in getting rid of the amendments.
Oh, they always do. Yeah, they want to get rid of the first and second. They want to get
the only amendment they want would be a new one called the right to accuse.
Let's see, Matthew J. Mimno, if you could get Milo on the show, that'd be fantastic. Oh yeah, I would. I'd be readily say yes. Come on, let's talk about stuff. That'd be fantastic, actually. So now I'll take you into their private network. Oh, we're opening the doors. We're going to have a glimpse into this private network. Interesting.
Fucking the streams, as we keep going, the stream just gets bigger and bigger as we reveal juicy things.
Here we go. 2 years ago.
Time to enter the private network.
Yeah, let's enter the forbidden chamber here. Into the race, Mission 5. Looks like we've gotten someone to rival EVS as Ahab to the blue-haired land whales. Hope they make it out okay. Yeah, I mean, this is EVS. He can make them angry. But this person is ruining them.
I'm fucking Ahab. I'm Captain Ahab of the blue-haired land whale.
Got new Ahab. Got new Ahab on deck. Salute. Something race. Yeah. Thank you very much, Fly. I appreciate that. We got new Ahab for the blue-haired land whales. I hope they make it out okay. So do I. I think that's why they use a pen name. Hopefully it's a pen name. And hopefully they stay in. Hopefully they stay in and can report on everything else. And it'd be interesting. Because we need more information. We make them scared, make them paranoid, and questioning on who actually betrayed their trust. It's going to be fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Let's see here. Okay, so let's see here. So 2 years ago, on May 13th, 2018, DeCampi launched a private campaign to target an independent creator, claiming she was using her connections to have Simon & Schuster cancel their book.
Now listen to this. I'm going to go ahead and read her post.
That is tortious interference. That is...
I know. Listen to what she said. Hey, folks. So apparently, Richard Meyer's shitty graphic novel Jawbreakers is going to be distributed by Simon & Schuster. I have all those folks on mute for sanity reasons, but if anyone finds out more details on this, please let me know so I can talk to my folks at SNS and, quote, try to stop that shit from happening.
Fuck me.
Has anyone tweeted this whole thing to Nick Ricada? This is a whole stream he could do.
I can't believe I was just gonna say that. I was just going to say that I want to send this article to Rekieta.
Yeah, everyone, if anyone can, this article's on Bleeding Fool. Okay, tweet it to Nick Rekieta. I know he's going to enjoy this. I know he's going to love this whole thing. I just know it. He's going to find this so juicy, so juicy. Oh, it's going to be fantastic.
Like, hey, I want to go fucking get this guy's whole thing ruined, ruin this whole guy's career.
I'm going to tweet around at him really right now. In fact, just so I don't.
I'm actually doing it right now. Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
This is great. This is great. Let's see, Rekieta Media. I think it is now.
Yeah, it is at Rekieta Media.
Check this out. You're gonna love it. You're definitely gonna love it, Rekieta. Oh, it's so good. This is a crime. This is a crime. This is textbook. I actually looked up. I looked up cases of tortious interference that actually went through that. We actually went to court.
All right, I went ahead and tweeted it to Rekieta Media. Anyone else that can do the same or retweet it or what have you, just attach his name to it. We need to get him to read this.
I just did also. You're going
Perfect.
to love. You're going to love this. I just put you're going to love. I didn't even finish.
That's all right. It's too exciting to finish.
Yeah. So this is getting good. It's getting good. Getting very good. So let's see here. Rekieta's going to love that one. Hope he sees it. Hope he sees it. It's going to be.
Well, we both just sent it to him with his name attached to it at the same second. Well, 2-second difference. I think he's going to see it.
Oh, okay. So let's back into the fray.
Let's do this.
I looked into actual cases of tortious interference, and this is tortious interference. You can't go around and use your connections to end a contract, especially if you have if you can be seen as a rival or someone with invested interest. You can't do that. That is
now Alex DeCampi, scroll down to look at all the. There's a second picture where he shows all the responses to what we're looking at right now. Scroll down just a little bit.
Okay, it's even bigger.
There you go. That's the same thing. Now look at the bottom comment. Look at the bottom comment by Alex DeCampi. It's at the very end.
I say, here we go. Okay. I found the BC article. I'm just going to do some quiet behind-the-scenes stuff. Pay no attention to the gal behind the curtain. What behind-the-scenes stuff? You mean tortious interference?
Yeah, it's pretty much a confession to that. Yes.
Nick Rekieta is going to have a field day with this. I saw that so this is Bond villain. I saw that someone said this, but who knows how true it is. They're also threatening to sue Mark Wade, him or someone involved, using some FTC regulation. They are delusional people. Not so delusional. Mark Wade is he's not having a good time. He's not having a good time with this because he's guilty. He knows he's guilty. He's acting like a guilty person. So many friends of Mark Wade have gone to Richard Meyer saying, please, or not Richard Meyer, but EVS, and saying, please, can you convince Richard Meyer to drop the suit? Can you please convince him to drop the suit? And I convinced EVS to say, nope, no suit will be dropped.
But you still haven't seen how malicious this woman can be. You'll see it in just a moment.
It's going to be great. It's going to be great. So Mark Wade, sue him. Yeah, they sued him. They called it the lull suit because they didn't want it to happen. Bleeding Cool article says this. I don't want to give them clicks. Being Bleeding Cool? Bleeding Cool I thought was on your side. Does it say what division? Because S&S are a pretty big company and generally way more discerning about what they accept. Simon & Schuster was going to publish Milo Yiannopoulos until they got the big backlash. And they even stood up to that until it got really crazy. Which is exactly what happened to Antarctic Press and Richard Meyer's book. I have a hard time believing that that would just get picked up. I wonder if Simon & Schuster requires first publishing rights. It'd be interesting if a Comicscape book can be published by Simon & Schuster. You know, as a you just publish a Comicscape book. But probably wouldn't be someone who wants to keep their identity hidden because I'm pretty sure they want the real name and everything, and then they have connections over there, so they'll be able to figure it out. No, it doesn't. I know how you feel, but it's a good article actually. They published the retailers being harassed with names and addresses, so while this article might be good, I refuse to give them traffic. They were quoting the colorist who made that claim. Maybe it's accurate, maybe not. not stoked on being included in that article after trying to simmer things down. A few friends have already asked Rich to take hose down. You want to take hose down or those down? And I won't. And I know he won't because Rich. But if any of you want to reach out and ask him to, that would be grand. Yeah, Rich Johnson is a snake. He's a snake. He is the comic book industry's minister of propaganda, which has been confirmed here apparently. And Alex DeCampi, also, of course, says, "Okay, found the BC article. I'm just going to do some quiet behind the scenes stuff. Pay no attention to the gal behind the curtain committing tortious interference."
Pretty much. It's pretty sickly a confession.
What have I just missed?
Welcome back, Shiny.
Oh, did
Welcome
you
back.
see the confession?
Don't worry, we were just going off.
I
what was the last thing you heard?
I don't remember.
So Alex DeCampi pretty much just admitted on the private feed to committing interference.
Yeah, she's alluding to it. Like, what is she doing behind the curtain? What's she doing? She mentioned here that she has connections with Simon and Schuster, so I can talk to my folks at Simon and Schuster try to stop that. So look at that. Look at this. But if anyone finds out more details of this, please let me know so I can talk to my folks at Simon and Schuster and try to stop that shit from happening. Referring to
and then at the very bottom. Yeah. Then the other comment at the very bottom, basically admitting to tortious interference.
Yeah, and just to be clear, she's referring to Richard Meyer's graphic novel being supposedly being distributed by Simon and Schuster, and she wants to stop that by tapping into.
Look at this, like even ellipses at the end. Like she may as well be tying someone to a railroad track while twirling her mustache. Look at this. Pay no attention to the gal behind the curtain. Are you kidding me?
That's we say they're actually villains. They're actually villains from the comic book villains. They're actually like sociopaths. They're actually
one of them is named Bond villain, basically. So yeah,
we always make fun of them for speaking like villains on Twitter. You will rue the day. Someone actually said that before. You will rue the day. So it was weird. In addition to contacting the publisher, others in the Whisper Network.
I'll get you next time.
I'll get you next time, Gadget.
Yeah.
Yeah. See. Yeah. In addition to contacting the publisher, others in the Whisper Network coordinated their efforts to contact media outlets to have the narrative changed, according to the posts in this thread. Again, in my opinion, this could end up as defamation or tortious, definitely the tortious interference as far as I've seen. Case has many implications regarding media bias as well.
Imagine if this was sent to the people that were hurt by it, every single one of them at the same time going for a case.
Now, here's the thing
they'll get to know how it feels.
Here's the reason why defamation is part of this, because as we saw with Mark Waid, how he talked to Angelic Press and said, "Oh yeah, Richard Meyer, you don't want to publish a book by that guy. He's a Nazi. He's a white supremacist." They convince people to stop publishing you by defaming you to these people. So it's usually like tortious interference via the road of defamation. They will lie about you to make you a horrible person in their eyes, so they'll drop you. Anyway,
let's see.
Check it out.
The following month. Is that where we're at?
Yeah.
Yeah. The following month, on June 23rd, 2018, DeCampi posted private text messages between herself and writer Max Bemis in what appeared to be an attempt to damage his career. Despite Bemis being mentally ill, diagnosed with bipolar disorder in 2014, DeCampi still posted the private messages with malicious intent, in my opinion. According to the United States and United Kingdom law, this is an actionable offense, posting private texts without both parties consenting. Max fucking Bemis, ladies and non-binary folk, because he's the real victim here. I'm sorry, Max. Shitcoin is no longer accepted at this establishment. I'm the blue messages. I'm going to go ahead and actually read those texts when you're ready.
No, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. Is he blue?
Like ladies and non-binary the type of people that they accept into their little group.
Blue. It only counts in court if they can prove that she followed through. Right. Yeah. So if they can prove that she committed tortious interference, this is good evidence to like where we can look into it. So if we can,
this is a good cause for investigation.
If I said, "Hey, look, I'm going to go murder someone," and like someone said that thing to the police, yeah, either they die or like You know, they can, the police would look at this as a whole. This is actually a serious threat, and then they look into it. And it's like there's a lot that you saying you're going to do something, especially in a private group where you're being serious about it, and that they know you have the power to do this. There's going to be an investigation, at least.
Oh yeah, at the very least, and at the very least, I think they can use this to because of her language and how malicious it sounds, that you can at least use this to help prove malicious intent, which is actually a big factor here.
Mm.
They need to have a malicious intent. That's a huge thing that they need to prove in order to win a case of tortious interference.
Now, I'd like to get into just how malicious Alex DeCampi can be, and she pretty much showcases her own maliciousness right here, right in these texts. So the gray texts are Max Bemis, from what I understand, and Alex DeCampi, she's the blue text from her own confession, right? So if you can scroll down to show the texts to the chat for me.
Let's check it out. So the following month of 2018, June 23rd, 2018, DeCampi posted private text messages between herself and writer Max Bemis, and would appear to be an attempt to damage his career.
Is that how you say his name? Sorry about that.
Oh, I don't know. That's how I pronounce it. Despite Bemis being mentally ill, diagnosed with bipolar disorder in 2014, DeCampi still posted the private messages with malicious intent, in my opinion. According to U.S. and U.K. law, this is an actual actionable offense. Wow. So U.S. and U.K. law. Not looking good for DeCampi. So
and she posted private text without both parties consenting. And look at this. And she's so clearly being malicious toward him in the texts, too.
So let's read this again, just so we can make sure it's clear. And what?
Yeah.
So, June 23rd, 2018, DeCampi posted private text messages. She posted private text messages between herself and writer Max Bemis, and would appear to be an attempt to damage his career. Despite Bemis being mentally ill, diagnosed with bipolar disorder in 2014. DeCampi still posted the private messages with malicious intent. In my opinion, according to U.S. and U.K. law, this is an actionable offense. Posting private texts without party consenting. Both parties consenting. Okay, so Max fucking Bemis, ladies and non-binary folk, because he's the real victim here. I'm sorry, Max. Shitcoin is no longer accepted at this establishment. I'm the blue messages. She confirmed she's the blue messages. And this whole thing. So let's
All right,
see.
now check this out. Alex, thanks for go ahead and read that.
Let's see.
We got a little chat here.
Language 5. Time to ruin a man's life. What? The police are here? Help, I'm being repressed.
And I see Lucky J.
Will you shut up? Now we see the violence inherent in the system. Shut up! Oh, come and see the violence inherent in the system. Help, help, I'm being repressed. Bloody peasant. Oh, what a giveaway. Did you hear that, eh? That's what I'm on about. Did you see him repressing me? You saw it?
I see Lucky Jinx in the chat.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. Dr. Crow, I get to email you whenever I can, but the rest of the Best Chat family misses you as well. Lucky Jinx, yes, we all miss you very much. But you're always welcome here. And I think Dr. Crow is onto something calling it the Chat family.
Yeah, more or less. I mean, the people becoming friends. It's good. That's why it's best.
Well, not just that. I'm also thinking about the Bat family. We should call it the Chat family.
The Chat family. That's perfect.
Has a ring to it, don't you think?
That's why it's best chat.
Now take a look at these texts here, because this is very juicy. This is the entree. We've had our appetizer chat. Here's the entree. Alex, thanks for recommending Sean. Now again, this is Max. Yes,
Max.
He seems like good people and is helping a lot. Mainly pursued him further because of your good vibes. So thanks. And I hope you're well out there. Many apologies for the stress and still dying to write with you. Okay, the writing together isn't going to happen for a while, if ever. That's okay. I guess I'll always wonder why it didn't materialize. And it does make me sad as a super fan, but I couldn't be prouder. You deserve a full schedule. I'm just glad to be a footnote in it, frankly. It didn't materialize because your behavior was incompatible with a professional collaboration. I understand that. And this is not about my past. This is about your inability to understand and respect boundaries with someone you barely know. But Alex, you didn't even write the book. The reaction would have been the same if I was anyone else. I was the only one writing. I wouldn't hear back about you specifically because you rule. I could cry. I just feel kind of bullied by you, but everything's a learning experience. Either way, I think you're brilliant. Hey, fun thing about emotional abusers. They love to make themselves out to be the victims, which is what you are doing here, rather than listening and realizing you have, and then it looks
being a
like
polite fucking person.
I know. You see
Okay,
what I'm saying? But she's the
okay,
one that
okay,
posted
okay.
this
No.
conversation.
So I've seen people who like emotionally manipulate by beating themselves down, and this is not it. Like, because he's not beating himself down. He's just saying, yeah, he's being respectful. He's saying, yeah, I support you, great. And then all of a sudden, she's just fucking coming in and making all these
and look at this last one. Look at this last one. It looks like we couldn't get the second last one because they didn't do an extra screenshot from what I see here. But he says emotional abuse. I am legit confused. Do you think I was inappropriate? That's why I reached out to apologize. Remember? Goodbye, Max. Do not contact me again. And then she proceeds to post the conversation. These are the types of these are the types of people that we're dealing with. Sick people like this that think they're in the right when clearly they're the one that's emotionally manipulating someone they're supposed to have a professional contract with, or at least a collaboration. I don't know if it was a contract.
Yeah. What? So, like, what are they trying to supposed to happen here? So, like, they wrote a book, and then what happened? That they wrote a comic.
I don't know. There's nothing I see here that where it's like he's being really, really bad, but it seems like he's trying to ruin his career by posting these messages.
All he did was send her a thank you for recommending someone to him.
Yeah.
And then immediately she attacked him. And he was like, I'm not quite sure what you're talking about, but it seemed like he was trying to be respectful, and professional. So he didn't get very personal with her. She was the one that got personal with him.
Let's just go back up for a second because I want to have a look again.
I agree. Let's do it.
So all he says is thanks for recommending Sean. Seems like a good person. Mainly pursuing further because you're good vibes. So thank you. I hope you're well out there. Many apologies for the stress. Still dying to write with you. Yeah, that seems fine. The conversation could have just, like, if she really didn't want to work with this guy, she could have said, yeah, same to you, and then just like we may not be able to work together, but you just be kind and respectful. Like, even if you think this guy is like trying to be emotionally manipulative, you don't just go at him. You just you get away. You just say yeah, okay, yeah, and then you stop talking. That's all you do. And she didn't have to fucking start shitting all over him, start attacking him like this.
He was as kind, respectful, and professional as possible. I give him a lot of credit here.
Yeah, it's like, okay, that's never going to happen. I understand that. And then your behavior, blah, blah, blah. Okay.
These are psychos. These are psychotic people.
Mm-hmm.
And see, Lucky Jinx. Yeah, even if they apologize for something minor, these losers will cry victim and proceed to destroy them. Twitter is the worst place when it comes to accusations. This asked Nicholas Diorio. Yeah, Twitter is. I'm pretty sure the world would be a lot better place without Twitter, because it's running right now. Twitter is running the world. It's running the world right now.
Look at what she did next here.
On the Russian troll thing that we did, it was all Twitter, because it's the best place to spread lies quickly and get someone and ruin someone's life almost overnight, or not even overnight. From 1 second to the next, your life can be over.
Mm-hmm.
And thanks to Twitter. Let's see. 2 months later, on August 26, 2018, the campy singled out Colin Bunn for a private bullying campaign. That reminds me, there was a list discovered of targets that they actually had. A list came out a long time ago of people they intended to not here though, but like in the anime community, the anime voice actor community.
Yeah,
there was an actual list that leaked out of male voice actors they tended to destroy, and Vic Mignogna was on there but he was not the first targeted. He was not the number one on the list. He became number one on the list when the movie came out. It was just more convenient because then they can get easily into the public eye. Okay, so
God, this just fucking sickens me. Honestly, it's sick. It's disgusting.
So
their behavior.
It targeted someone called Cullen Bunn and for a private bullying campaign, all in an attempt to damage his career, in my opinion. This was an attempt to loosely link Bunn to Comicsgate, even in the flimsiest way, hoping it would prevent him from earning income if the rumors spread far enough. Publicly and privately, this is one of the Whisper Network's primary tactics. Yeah, they want to. This is
Critical Blast. Critical Blast. The Bunn tweet that they're responding to was just him saying, "Stop talking about Comicsgate. It just gives them attention."
Wow, that is really flimsy. Usually, I was about to say that they do this. They try to do that all the time, but it's usually something like, "Oh, you said something not neutral about Comicsgate once, or you liked a tweet by Comicsgater. You thanked a fan."
You brushed shoulders with someone that works at Comicsgate one time at a Food Network. Like, what are you talking about?
It's guilt by association, but in this case, guilt is you happen to be friends with, you happen to talk with, you happen this, that, and the other. Like, it could just be
you eat at the same McDonald's as someone. Yeah.
Because it's not political. It's not like they hate Comicsgate. Is it the fact they're trying to demonize Comicsgate, and then that way they can easily attach anyone they don't like to Comicsgate and then get them instantly canceled.
And I think it's also an attempt to be efficient because they want to keep it active. They want to make sure they always have someone to attack for any stupid reason. That way everyone in this board will keep logging in and being active and helping. That's what I think.
Yeah.
That's why if you brush shoulders with a Comicsgater, they attack you because it gives them something to do. That way they can keep as many members active as possible in this private board.
And this is why people like Matt Gusaccio, who sells almost zero comic books, that sells under this cancellation numbers and everything Matt Gusaccio does, can run the entire industry because they're scared of these Whisper Networks. I would say stop giving them that power. Stop it. Just fight back against it.
Yeah.
Stop, they need to combine forces and just out these people. But the Critical Blast, the Bunn tweet was just him saying, "Stop talking about Comicsgate." It just gives them attention, and they'll literally do anything.
Also, Dr. Day, Ian O'Loughlin, thank you both for retweeting the Ricada Media tweet as long as he sees it. Don't forget to do Devils as well. And O'Loughlin, thanks for the follow.
Yeah, so I really want this needs to be on Ricada. This needs to be on Ricada's show. This is so juicy, and this is right up his alley. This is right up his alley because I'm not a lawyer.
How long ago did this?
That's why I want Ricada to look at this. I don't want to be hopeful and say, "Oh, they're going to get in trouble." I want to know the specifics as to what we should expect.
So I know some law where it pertains to creativity and rights and things like that. But I'm not a lawyer, so it'd be better if he went over.
Shiny, what were you going to say?
How long has this news been broken?
I think it just came out.
That's a good question. Let me check.
Came out. I think it just came out, I believe, yesterday.
July 8th.
It was
yesterday. Yeah. Wow, this is fresh. A fresh wound.
Fresh meat.
Hot off the presses. Meat's back on the menu, boys. I'd say 2 months later, in August 26, 2018, they singled out Cullen Bunn for private bullying campaign, all in an attempt to damage his career, in my opinion. This was an attempt to loosely link Bunn to Comicsgate, even in the flimsiest way, hoping it would prevent him from earning an income if the rumors spread far enough. Publicly and privately, this is one of the Whisper Network's primary tactics. So Alex Acampi says, "Sigh, Cullen Bunn on Twitter." I guess you just linked to a tweet by him. I just saw this as well. Sigh indeed. So what is the tweet?
I think they're referring to the one that.
Let's look at this because maybe they'll get some context from what they're talking about.
And see, I just saw this as well. Sigh indeed. Cat Stags.
Okay, they're talking about saying don't talk about it. That's what they're.
Yeah.
The one rule of Comicsgate: you don't talk about Comicsgate.
Yeah, like when he was saying don't talk about Comicsgate because it just gives them attention. Now they're saying, "Wow, that's a bad take. Let's ruin him."
So
like, he fucking agrees with them, doesn't they?
Yeah, he's on their side, but they want to ruin him.
That's what I mean when I say I think they're using it as an excuse to keep the board active. Because if they only come on every once in a while, what are the odds that the other comic book women are going to also be there? They need to keep it active, organized, and quite frankly, criminal.
And it's always according to the poster, according to the person who wrote this article, they target men. The men are just always the target. I guess this is why Sean Gordon Murphy kind of bends the knee to them. So Stephanie Cook says, I just saw this as well. Sigh indeed. Cat Stag says ignoring it only makes it go away for you. Those in the crosshairs still get hit. If you can ignore it, you are privileged. Janet Harvey.
That's why we're not ignoring you, Cat Stags. That's why we're getting you next.
This is a coven. This is not just a group. It's a coven of witches. Janet Harvey says, well, at least now I don't have to feel like I should read all those collected 6-gun editions. Okay,
look at what the Bond villain has to say.
Bond villain. I stopped following him just recently because I saw him follow one too many people in that Comicsgate orbit. Now, I don't remember who specifically at the moment. Yeah, just
now define Comicsgate orbit. What, did he brush shoulders with the guy when he was eating a cheeseburger at a food alley? Come on. Come on, Bond villain.
He replied to a single tweet. he had a friend of a friend who was in Comicsgate.
Who once knew a guy who used to have a roommate who is now Comicsgate. That's and he followed too many of those people, or something. Let's see here. So good grief, that's one bad take he has there. Alison Sampson, he shares it with a lot of people like Declan, and many of those people in turn mute what they consider the outrage machine, which to some extent is why they are so clueless. To where Bond villain says, talking to some of them recently at cons, they would often say something like, "Oh, I don't want to give them attention, so I don't say anything," which is like a thing. You know why they hate Comicsgate? Because Comicsgate is a movement that is destroying all their fun. Like Comicsgate is proving that they are in the wrong. They're proving that the fight against them can succeed.
And they're saving people that they're trying to ruin.
Yeah. Let's see here. To have to do anything, a thing that
they tried to cancel that one writer, and then he got to work with Sylvester Stallone himself. So much for that.
They tried to cancel Richard Meyer, try to keep him out of his keep his book out of shops. Now now Mark Waid is barely a known name anymore. He's struggling to collect funds for a book that's already like a couple of years late. And Richard Meyer working with the Sylvester Stallone and having one successful campaign after another.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I wish them all the best. Godspeed.
Frega Boom! Welcome, Frega Boom. Thanks for $1.99. My old channel got Legion. My new one is Frega Boom. So, So it's unfortunately Frega Boom's old channel got nuked midstream. By the way, the entire thing got deleted. Not this stream.
Kidding me?
Not this stream, but his entire channel. So there's a new one called Frega Boom. So if you want to, the thing is, go and subscribe to Frega Boom. He's fantastic. I've watched his streams. I watched him talk and everything. He's very fun, very charismatic. He was born for this. Okay, if you've never heard of him before, go check him out. He was on the show before.
I just followed him, and now I'm going to go ahead and. Wow, I really like the art on his Twitter.
Yeah, he's doing a book called Black Flag. Okay, and I backed and everything. It looks very good, very 90s, very fun. And he's a very fun guy. Very fun guy.
And again, fantastic art on the YouTube. Subscribed.
Yeah. Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. So yeah, Frega Boom. Check him out.
He got my follow.
Let's see here. Notice what name keeps popping up. Oh, let's see here. Declan.
Hold on, let me put his channel in the feed. There you go, guys.
Then most recently on April 17th, 2020, DeCampi began spreading unverified rumors that Dynamite Comics was not paying their contractors. This was malicious, in my opinion, and was only designed to hurt the reputation of the company. Because if you didn't know, Dynamite Comics has been very friendly with Comicsgate. They've hired that Star Wars girl to do a comic book cover for Vampirella, and they've hired EVS to do the same, and EVS has many contracts, several contracts with Dynamite Comics, or at least he made several deals with them for various things. Dynamite Comics is willing to work with Comicsgate. They're willing to work with anyone that can get the that's proven to be good business to work with. And let's see here. So she provided no evidence to her claims, to my knowledge. But lately, DeCampi hasn't even been hiding her accusations of malicious behavior. It's just that no one is calling her out on it. Got a receipt for that, Mags? Let's see here. Okay, so on June 25th, 2020, DeCampi publicly accused DC Comics writer Scott Snyder of lying, and he pledged to not abuse, harass, or groom women. That's the pledge we talked about earlier. Again, DeCampi offered no proof of Snyder committing any sex crimes, or that he was planning to commit a crime in the future. Here's a link to Bleeding Cool publishing her claim that she doesn't believe Scott would say no to abusing, grooming, or harassing women. Eugenio Kaiser, you want to take this one?
Let's go for it. This is cute, but one, we don't believe you, and two, it goes way beyond this to things like speaking up and using your privilege to push change when you see that nobody of marginalized backgrounds are being hired as creators by a particular office, or they're only given token books. Oh, I'm sleepy. But and this is them responding to Scott Snyder's pledge, which men in comics say no, yada yada yada, just a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, so token book. They're only given token books. Scott Snyder said, "I pledge." This does you no favors. Okay, saying things like this. Okay, here's the actual pledge. I pledge to never abuse, harass, groom, or manipulate women and all people of marginalized genders and sexes. So if you harass, groom, or manipulate a man, like if you find like a male, like a boy who's underage, and you harass, abuse, groom, and manipulate him, it's all good. Like hey, I just pledge to not do that to women. I can do that to boys all day long, apparently. It's creepy. It's creepy. That's why this. This whole thing. It sounds like it's a good thing to say, but it's very, very creepy. Okay, it's very creepy. And to remind you, the reason why I think it's creepy is because
I'm a male feminist. I've always championed women. No, you haven't. You haven't. This shit came out and you're fucking scared. You did something.
They're scared. They did something. Okay, that's why it's creepy to me. They did something. And I don't know what it is, but I just know they did something. It feels like they did something.
Yeah.
Me thinks the lady doth protests too much. Okay. It's that situation. DeCampi is the Zoe Quinn of comic book media. From what I've seen and heard, DeCampi has deep personal relationships with certain members of the comic book media, which I believe is why she feels emboldened to do and say anything she wants with no fear of consequences. And from my perspective, DeCampi mirrors her Whisper Network comrade Zoe Quinn in many ways, whose deep personal relationships with the gaming media are well documented too. The glowing praise about DeCampi from certain outlets paints a picture. Take following excerpts from more like biographies, for example, which are from Rich Johnson at Bleeding Cool. Home Comics, Duncan Jones' next project is a graphic novel titled Maddie. Duncan Jones' next project is a graphic novel titled Maddie. So, Moon and Mute director Duncan Jones has committed to making a movie based on the 2000 AD comic book Rogue Trooper, but the last update we got on the project was back in January 2019. While that project appears to be stalling a bit, Jones is now working with legendary comic book creator and innovator, a former Bleeding Cool columnist, Alex DeCampi. She's former Bleeding Cool columnist, Alex DeCampi. So that's how she got a connection with Rich Johnston, on a new sci-fi graphic novel that is to form the third part to this thematic sci-fi trilogy, following Moon and Mute, named Maddie, Once Upon a Time in the Future. Alex DeCampi, Ryan Howe, and D. Cuniff launch a Bad Karma comic. Can there be two comic books? Okay, so DeCampi is one of the greatest living comic book writers. Okay, sure, Rich Johnson. That's why I've heard of Scott Snyder, but never heard of DeCampi. Can there be two comic books in the town called Bad Karma? Seems so. There was a 2015 Dynamite publisher creator-owned anthology, but together by Alex Gratian, Gratian, Jeremy Hun, are Jeremy Hahn, B. Claymore, I know that guy, and Seth Peck. And now there's a new bad karma in town from Alex DeCampi, Ryan Howe, and D. Cuniff. Publishers from Brian K. Vaughan and Macross Martin's Pay What You Want panel syndicate digital publisher. DeCampi is one of the greatest living comic book writers. Although she's managed to work in relative obscurity, including a forgotten by everyone but me look at digital comics creation called Uncanny Valley Girl for Bleeding Cool. Now she, Ryan, and Dee have a new comic book together, and it's out now. Panel Syndicate states, "We are proud to welcome authors Alex DeCampi, Ryan Howe, and Dee." Okay. Let's see here. Into the Human Race for the 10 from the Capricious Primate isn't not only given token books kind of a catch-22, since these people believe you have to be exactly like a character to write it. Yeah, their position is whatever is most convenient to them at the moment to get someone canceled, and no one who supports them really kind of like points out that nuance. That's what they said. That's what they said.
The problem is that they actually believe the shit that they spout, which makes them very dangerous because they generally believe that what they're doing is for a righteous cause and that what they're doing is for the best. It's like what they're doing is righteous.
I think a lot of them do. Like most of them do. Like most of the 400 people in there probably believe they're on the right side.
I think they know. I think they know that what they're doing is ultimately self-serving, Shiny, but I do think that they also think it's justified.
Yeah, I think the core 6 are the ones who are like they're manipulating people to think that they're doing something. You know, I remember watched that movie, but episode Duet, where I would order my soldiers to go out in the field and order them to kill, and they would kill, but they came back feeling clean because they were clean. That's kind of like the same idea here. The Darheels in this little scenario know what they're doing is wrong. They know that it's self-serving. They are not thinking that it's a good thing. But the people that they manipulate into thinking so, and the foot soldiers in this scenario, they think they're doing good. They think they go out and do terrible things and they come back feeling clean. Why? Because
I agree with everything you just said, but I also suspect that they believe it's justified at the very least.
Yeah,
because
I believe that
anyone doing this can't look at themselves in the mirror unless they think it's at least some form of justified. I'm not saying they think it's heroic. I think they know it's wrong, but there's something in them that tells them it's justified, and then they manipulate others into thinking it's good. That's my input on that.
Because they were clean. Yeah, it's exactly what Watch Duet from DS9. It reminds me of that scenario. It reminds me exactly of that scenario. Let's see here. Hex Harper, thank you much too. A moment to salute this person. Thank you. Yes, salute.
Oh, I'm sure this is the first of many, Hex Harper. There will be many more salutes.
Yeah. This is a hero. This is a hero of the modern era. I'm pretty sure if the
not all heroes wear capes.
Exactly. Not all heroes wear capes. Batman, Superman, they're heroes. Or cowls. I'm pretty sure the people in the Whisper Network are like just scrambling right now.
It's on fire! Whole thing's on fire! All of it's on fire!
Yeah.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
So they're all happy. Ask camping the ilk, the rest of her coven are all slaying around. Yeah, no one believes the Whisper Network. We're sitting pretty up here. And then this article drops, and then Ask the Campy, Gail Simone are all like,
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
It's perfect.
Yeah, it is fantastic.
What a wonderful day. What a wonderful day. What a
fantastic.
wonderful little discovery we've made.
Looks like we've lost Shepard, but Shepard's a survivor. He'll be back.
You may have some serious
maybe not this stream, but perhaps the next one.
Let's see here. See, look at Jinx. You have bagel theory. It's a bagel theory. The blue. I think they have a very eye for an eye mentality and things how they justify it to themselves. Yeah. it's that same
Well,
idea.
yeah, because they insist that it's vengeance, when in
No,
reality,
I
all
don't
they're
think
doing
it's
is
even
hurting
vengeance.
somebody.
I think they generally think that these people are evil and they are quenching the evil. You know, the evil, is gonna fucking be squished and destroyed, and they deserve in their mind, they deserve everything that's coming to them. It's all just wrapped around in this whole justification that, and they don't. The problem is that because they believe this justification, they latch onto it even stronger. Because if they let go of this justification, if they let go of the fact that these people are bad, then look at all the act. It means that they have to accept all these horrible actions they've been doing to people, like getting people to lose their jobs, getting people thrown out the industry when no one will hire them, getting people like basically trying to ruin people's lives, all because they believe that they are a bad person because they believe something different politically because they were a certain race or gender.
Yeah, believe me, we know, Shiny.
Yeah, these are
we know
the
all
worst
too
kind
well.
of people. The worst kind of people. Awful.
The worst kind of villains are the ones which are the most dangerous kind of villain is the one that believes that they are justified in what they are doing.
Yeah, pretty much. The well-intentioned extremist.
Because they believe that they'll go to any extent to do what they see as right, even though what they are doing is fucking
But they
evil.
never say anything benevolent. They're never worried about anyone. They're never even worried about one another. They're just like, minions, come here. Let's kill this one. Normal people don't act that way.
The same 5 or 6 people, they're a Legion of Doom. That's what they are. Sowing chaos, committing crimes, it seems like, and just doing all kinds of causing chaos and discord. So let's see what else we have here. I think we're almost done with the article, so let's see what else we have. And lately, her online bullying and harassment has gotten even more brazen. Most recently, on June 25th, 2020, DeCampi all but told her Twitter followers to DM her if they wanted to hear rumors about the jerks whose careers she'd like to damage. Not facts, but rumors. Here, I got some rumors I'm going to make up that you need to spread. The sort of open and casual comment on destroying people's livelihoods has still gone unchecked.
And see, this is again what I'm saying. They don't even care about each other. Look at minions, like, children, you can just DM me rather than playing Guess the Jerk in my mentions. What an asshole! Who acts like that?
This is the reason why. I knew this stuff was going. I didn't have any proof, but I knew this stuff was kind of going on. I've learned this from how they operate in Gamergate and everything. That's why I'm fully still in the mentality of cancel the cancelers, because these people are evil, wicked, sick people that need to have a taste of their own medicine, and that's why I say, cancel the cancelers. I don't want cancel culture to become a thing, but the only people that I want to be canceled are the people who made this stuff and who continue to try to keep it alive. Cancel the cancelers.
Yeah,
that's what it is. So malicious tweets like this regularly go unchecked because DeCampi knows her vast media contacts, allies to the Whisper Network, will hold her accountable. And while others have their careers destroyed, she remains untouched and never faces any scrutiny or is asked to even back up her claims. The theory goes something like this. Anyone in comic book media is already in the Whisper Network's pocket or is simply too cowardly to speak up. Anyone outside the comic book media won't pay any attention to this disgusting behavior because the comic book industry is simply too small to make a national story out of it. But make no mistake, if Jim Lee or Joe Quesada publicly made a statement like this, every media outlet on the globe would be reporting it within an hour, and those men would be expected to resign. They don't have the privileges that the Whisper Network provides. Things to watch for when the story goes public. Who defends Alex DeCampi and the rest of the Whisper Network behavior? Her most vocal supporters will very likely be Whisper Network allies on the network itself.
I like that because she's saying, two can play at this game. Oh, someone brushed shoulders with the Whisper Network? Okay, let's see what we can do about that.
Yeah, anyone who defends Alex DeCampi is an ally of Alex DeCampi. It's probably in her pocket. I see John Doe.
Perhaps they're one of the children, so to speak.
one of the see, it's a coven. It's a coven trying to steal children. Palpatine voice. Resentment is an emotion that is the gateway to many behaviors some would call unnatural. Perfect. Hey, DGM Voices should send this to EVS. EVS knows this one. He actually I found it because he retweeted it. So
he did. You're right. I see. Yeah, he did.
Yeah. So, but I haven't seen Ricada mentioned before. I know this is going to be right up his alley. It's not just about comic books. It's not just minutia. It's evidence and stuff. It's a look into the actual Whisper Network. So her most vocal supporters will very likely be Whisper Network allies or the network itself, which comic book media outlets will totally ignore the story. The ones who ignore the story, they're in her pocket. If this were someone outside the Whisper Network, it would generate weeks of news. But for DeCampi, most comic book news outlets will undoubtedly protect her. And finally, who at Marvel, DC, and other companies will take action? A wider HR effort is needed to stop bullying, harassment, and rumor spreading, lying, and other forms of sabotage the careers of fellow creators. So this is kind of creepy because the thing is, EVS mentioned this, that he went one day when he discovered that there's a part where EVS wasn't he was kind of against Comicsgate, where he said Comicsgate is not a thing, guys. He wanted to play nice. He wanted to play mediator. And then he figured out that, wait a minute, no, there actually is a contingent of SJW communists in the comic book industry that are kind of taking over things. And he went to his editor. Which I think was I forgot who at the time, but I think it was the guy who recently stepped down. I think it was Joe Quesada or something like that. But he went to his editor at the time and said, hey, I found this out. You're not going to believe this. And he said there's a bunch of people called these SJWs are in the comic book industry and they're taking over. They're making groups and things. They're taking over the comic book industry, making everything all racist and stuff. And what his editor told EVS was, you'd be surprised at what I know. So this is going right alongside that. They know about this stuff. It's an open secret, but no one is brave enough to take on this Whisper Network. No one has been. So this secret little Whisper Network is real and has real repercussions, and people do know about it in the industry, but no one, even top editors in chief, are willing to take it on.
Mm-hmm.
They control everything from the ground up. So this is a huge win for people who are against this stuff.
It is an absolute win.
An absolute win. And see, Nova Zero, thanks for 5. I'm against canceling the cancelers. I want an inquisition. Gotta uproot the rot, purging with my
Sometimes the termites get so bad you gotta fucking burn down the building.
You gotta burn down the house and rebuild it.
You just made me want to watch fucking Deep Space Nine all over.
Yeah, it's been 2 references already. One with, I sent them out to go kill, and they came back clean because they were clean. That's basically what they're basically gold our heel here. This someone outside the network would generate weeks of news. But for DeCampi, most comic book news outlets will undoubtedly protect her. And finally, those at DC, Marvel, and other companies will take action. A wider HR effort is needed to stop bullying, harassment, rumor spreading, lying, and other forms of sabotaging the careers of fellow creators, especially in cases where there is no evidence. And social media is clearly being weaponized by members of this Whisper Network. If anything comes from the series of articles, it's going to be a series of articles. We're not done yet, folks. We're not done yet.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Yeah, this is only the tip of the spear here. I hope a level of professionalism returns to the comic book media industry and that folks are held accountable for malicious behavior designed to destroy peers and advance their own careers. Final words. Now that they've been exposed, what narrative will the Whisper Network and their allies in the media run with? We only target right-wing extremists, or we only target sexual predators, is their logical defense. We'll see if that. Which your money on?
I don't think that this is good. Like, just being outed. This is only the start of the battle that is to come, because they're going to do everything because just revealing the network doesn't make them scatter. It if anything, it's just going to make them jump out of the woodwork, and it's like
it is a huge first step because they tried for so long to deny this even existed. It's like proving that Illuminati exists.
Well, this is the comic book Illuminati. Like literally, it is. Like
pretty much what it is. They control everything from the shadows with this Facebook group. way from for years now, and it's from the bottom all the way up to the tippy top. This is why Max Versace can has more power and more say than someone like Sean Gordon Murphy, who can actually sell a comic book. So we only target right wing extremists, or we only target secular predators. Which one's your money on? I think I'm going to go ahead and lean towards right wing extremists.
Yeah, they're going to say right wing extremists.
Yeah.
Let's see here, because it covers more ground here. Because not everyone they try to cancel was a sexual predator, or they could attach sexual misgivings to them. In my opinion, these will be the lines they'll use to justify their lies, bullying, and collusion. But this is simply untrue. It may be slightly more true in 2016 when the targets were almost exclusively on the right. Though I would argue few were extreme, but in 2020, the Whisper Network is regularly targeting liberals, and why not? Since every conservative creator has been effectively soft blacklisted, and the industry thinks of their ongoing efforts, this is effectively no right-leaning creator left remaining in the industry to attack. That doesn't stop. That won't stop them from calling them right wing. They can be as liberal as you can get.
If anything, if we've been taught anything from all this, it's the fact that they don't care. Like, if you are anything right of them, you are right wing. I'm a centrist who doesn't even appeal to any political side specifically. But if I was forced, I'd say I'm left leaning. They would still call me like fucking right.
You can actually agree.
I've actually been called fucking right wing, despite the fact that I'm not.
And you can actually agree with them. You can actually be on their side and believe all the same political stuff they believe, and you'll still be called right wing because they hate you.
The moment you step out of line.
Exactly. And this is not over. I have a lot more evidence. And it continues.
They better be fucking scared.
Various sources. As you can see, there are still many more files to be opened. In the meantime, you will please share this article and use the hashtag hypocropolis. I don't know what that is. Hypocropolis. I don't know what that is. It's a word I've never seen before. Help us spread the word. Share stories and start conversations. Keep your eyes on certain Twitter feeds and let other folks know how you feel about the Whisper Network and comics. Sunlight and is the best disinfectant. We need a lot more light shining on this problem, and if we are ever going to get this solved, I intend to share it quite a lot. Hopefully Nick Rekieta covers this. I'm really hoping Nick Rekieta covers this. That would be big because he has a big audience. He's a huge audience.
Me too. I'd love that. That would be great.
See, Everett, and much for the 5. Appreciate that. Corruption is entitlement. Media runs deep. The collusion is not shocking. Yeah. Not shocking in the least. But what is great about this is that it provides evidence of something that we knew existed. But now we have evidence that it does. And after the stream, I'm going to go ahead and tweet this to Gail Simone. Hey, Gail Simone, remember we said this didn't exist? You're like a member number 1 now. You big liar, you big liar. You're a big liar, Gail Simone. That's fantastic. It's been great. Perfect stuff. And I hopefully that Umbrella Guy and Yellow Flash, hopefully they cover this also. We're gonna like that. Really gonna like that. So yeah, big victory today.
Very big victory.
I didn't know it would take this long, but it was worth it.
Definitely worth it.
So
most definitely.
2.5 hours.
Hold on, I'm gonna have to post a tweet back in because I misspelled Rekieta embarrassingly, so I had to redo it. I wish they had an edit button.
Yeah. Well,
but that's okay.
If you can edit tweets, then they can't catch you anymore.
Yeah. Very good point. Here we go.
And see,
posting this in the YouTube so people can redo it. Because what use is it if his name isn't linked?
Dead slash. Thank you much for the 5. The hashtag is portmanteau of hypocrisy and I know, but it's just really strange to say. I've never seen a word like that before. It's really strange to say. That's why. That's why it's. I don't really like it. They probably should have picked a better one, an easier one. That's how Twitter works. Keep it simple. But thank you very much for that. Appreciate it. And yeah,
thanks, Frog G.
We're going to go ahead and close out the stream here. I reached the 2.5 hour mark. It's been a great episode. Fantastic.
Fantastic episode. Absolutely fantastic.
Absolutely fantastic. An absolute win. Absolute win. We won here. This is a big, monumentous day.
Left-wing activists, they say, nice hobby that you have. It's a little bit sexist, don't you think? Maybe you better let us in to fix it. Bitch, it wasn't made for you.
Yeah.
That's been proven to be the case. Yeah, that's been proven to be the case. With evidence and everything. That so EVS, he called it out, but he's like, you're just being paranoid. You're just being paranoid. You're just a bigot. No.
You're inventing enemies.
Yeah, you're just inventing enemies. You're just inventing enemies. No. He was right. He was spot on. This Whisper Network actually exists. It actually exists. Verde, 5. Quick. Here's a chat for you guys. Thank you all. Well, thank you very much, Verde. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Hope you all enjoyed this.
Much appreciated.
Thank you for being the best chat once again. Best chat. It's been fantastic. Thank you, JJ and Your Guy Zero. Thank you, of course, Shiny. Thank you, Smud Boy, for joining me today. It's been a
Shepard the Survivor.
Shepard the Survivor. It's deep emotional scars, though. I want to tweet as a Gail Simone.
Remember, everyone, we got to get this tweet out to Ricada Law. So whether you're retweeting mine or retweeting Devil's or just putting it out for yourself, make sure he sees it.
We need to get this to Ricada Law, and he needs to cover this as soon as possible.
We could actually help a lot of people if he gets his hands on this.
It's not just a gotcha moment. This is actually their whole topic here is to ruin people's lives. So this needs to be, people need to know about this. People need to know people need to be aware of the evidence too, because as the poster says, as the person who wrote this article says, their whole idea is to ruin people's lives and careers. So people are actually being destroyed by this. So this is important. It's not just got you, left wingers. We owned you. No, it's important.
As much as we love doing that, this is a little more important.
It's just the owning of we got you, SJWs. It's just gravy on top of everything. It's gravy.
Yeah.
It's there, but it's not the meat. It's not why this is so important. It's important because their whole objective is to ruin lives, and that's important that we stop this from happening. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining us. We'll be tweeting Gail Simone eventually today with this, and but I've already tweeted Nick Ricada, so hopefully he sees it eventually. All right,
hopefully he'll get his eye on that.
I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day.
A lot of coverage.
As much as we can get. And I hope, have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you all next time.